We here, baby. Uh-oh. Welcome back to another episode of Rated G with Gabby G. Garcia and Brian T. Licata. Once again, it's your boys, Gabby G. Garcia, along with my partner in Misinformation, Brian T. Licata. And we're doing it again. We're still here. They have not taken us out yet. Oh, I got some shit in my eye, man.
There's still time.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot of time.
Let's get those flags out. YouTube, wave them. Give us the strikes.
Yeah, today I'm feeling a little like we're going to be swinging at everything. We're going to be swinging at everything, low and outside, high and inside. We're just going to be swinging at it all today. I'm having that feeling, man.
Yeah, dude. Today is actually my least favorite day of the year.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it because of it being Halloween?
Yes. Least favorite day of the year. I don't even want to go outside on days like today.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why people do.
Is that her tail?
That's a tail. Yeah. Any day where you're allowed to like pop motherfuckers with eggs, like that's acceptable. What other day would that go down? Imagine if people just did that on a regular, just threw eggs at each other on a regular.
Did you ever get into egging as a kid? Well, first of all, what do you call the night before Halloween?
I think it's All Hallows Eve. Is that what it is?
I always called it Mischief Night. That was what we Mischief Night.
Yeah.
But that is actually regional to Jersey and New York and like the Philly area. They don't call it Mischief Night anywhere else besides.
So what do they call it? All Hallows Eve?
Yeah, let me name for night for Halloween. Yeah, let's see what the Google says. Midwesterners might say Gate Night, and some kids in parts of New England and Ohio call it Cabbage Night. Regardless of what you call Halloween Eve, the night is accompanied by hijinks involving toilet paper, decorating, egg throwing, and pumpkin smashing. So Cabbage Night. Here we go. It goes by many names. Depending on where you live, some know it as Halloween Eve. Some folks in Jersey call it Mischief Night. Those in Detroit may call it Devil's Night, Gate Night, or Cabbage Night.
That's what we got some comments. Big up to Michelle. Welcome back, Mama. Good to see you the other night. You and your daughter. And Gato Gordo. Welcome back. Devil's Night. He was right. Welcome back, Gato. It's been a while. I gotta call you because I heard Murphy's Law is gonna be out in Atlantic City. I wanted to see if you're gonna be with them. And I gotta reach out to Jimmy because I want to go.
Is Gato part of Murphy's Law? Is he in the band? Or?
Yeah, that's we all grew up together, and he rides with Jimmy.
Oh, okay. Him and Jimmy we had on the show, Drescher.
Yeah. He rides with Jimmy, kind of like I don't know what he does. I think he's just a driver. I think he drive with him, but I know he's boys, so he brings them on the road with him, gives them some work to do. Yeah, man. December 9th. Yes, I want to come. I'm gonna talk to Jimmy. I want to come through with two of my boys and tour manager. There you go.
Cool. I'll be in town for that. I would love to come. Out.
Oh, so three of my boys. So me, Brian, and two of my bosses want to slide through. I gotta talk to. I don't know. I talked to you or Jimmy.
I'll bring some cameras too. I'll take some 35mm, some old school film shots or some shit. I think that'd be cool.
They're doing it over at Anchor Rock Club, which is one of the clubs I was thinking about if I do a reunion show with my band. Anchor's dope. We used to play there. It's a dope club, yo. It's pretty cool. We've done some shows there. I know you do. I'm gonna call you anyway just to say what's up, man. I miss you, dog. It's good to hear you, man. We hadn't seen you in a while, and we noticed you wasn't here. We gave you shout outs on the shows, dog, just so you know. We notice when our people don't make it. You know what I'm saying? We're like, where's so and so? But it's good. I'm glad everything's all right. It's glad to have you back.
Yep.
Yeah, the thing with the All Hallows Eve, I don't think we did that in my neighborhood, to be honest. It was just Halloween. Halloween is when we fucked around. They didn't really give us 2 days.
What, the night you never had
the night before? I don't remember anything going down the night before. They never gave it. They gave us 1 day to wild out.
What day was that?
1 day, Halloween.
Actually on Halloween.
Yeah, on Halloween. And Halloween I never liked. I always found it dangerous. And as far as the eggs, I started throwing eggs after probably like in the 7th grade, 8th grade. I started doing the egg throwing
Started
thing.
selling them too.
Started doing the egg throwing thing 7th and 8th probably. And I would say that I did that for like a year or two. You know what I'm saying? I stopped doing it one year when what the hell? I stopped doing it because one year we went out, because it used to be like you would start off with a small little crew.
Right.
You know, you'd have a small little crew. You'd start walking the streets, run into a couple of more of your boys. You know, we didn't have phones.
Right.
So you run into a couple of more boys, and then you guys would start, rolling together. And then once the crew got big enough, you'd start to go out and like hit Woodside and Sunnyside and start hitting the other neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like either join the crew or get beat down kind of thing, and most of the time they joined the crew. So by the end of the night, you would have a big pack of fucking maniacs just running through the streets.
Like 30 deep?
Probably more.
The same thing used to happen in my neighborhood. And I mean, I lived in a nice suburban neighborhood, but we did have the low income section in our neighborhood. My street was single family houses in the housing development. The street I lived on was all single family, and everything else in the neighborhood was like townhouses. So the people who had a little bit more money, but not like a lot to live in like a nice neighborhood, would buy the single family houses. So you had people that were like, middle class and then low income. So what would happen is we would get mugged by the poor kids.
Yeah.
And by poor, I mean Black and Spanish kids.
That was kind of understood.
I just wanted to make sure.
Mama's fucking with me, man. What's she doing here? I don't know. She's acting weird today.
Gato says, I remember when the wave would hit Broadway. Ha 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 ha. Insanity. Just a wave of egg, shaving cream, and brawling from 21st to Steinway and back.
Yes. I remember one time as we were walking up to Woodside, we were going up Broadway. And we were going up Broadway. And as we were going, we were like just, wilding out, hitting people with eggs, shaving cream and shit. And then we went into this one candy store and just started raiding the candy store. My man Bear, this is the last night I ever went out doing that too. My man Bear grabbed the whole newspaper rack and started dragging it down the block. Now there's like 40 kids with a newspaper rack.
Why?
Don't even know. He wound up dumping it like under the train. Because we had the L trains,
Yes, the elevator trains, yeah.
Like dumped it in the middle of the street because the dude came out and like leaped on it, and then we made our way up to Woodside and ran into a crew bigger than ours. That was crazy because we were all going into Woodside through the park, and it was a baseball field with a hole in the fence.
Mm-hmm.
2 dudes were holding open the hole, and everyone was going through the hole, and it was like real slow because it was mad people going through. By the time we got through, we look on the other side of the baseball field, and there's a mob of people from Woodside coming toward us. And everybody said, oh, shit. And we realized it was a bigger mob. So we all turned down. You had to see everybody shooting out that hole. We got out that hole much quicker than we went in. And then from there, we went into the city. And when we went into the city, it was probably about 35, 40 of us.
What time of day do you think this was at?
This was around
sun's down?
This is when the sun started coming down. Yeah, Brian Field, exactly. This is when you might have been there with us. I don't even know because there was so many people, like you start hooking up with everybody. You don't even know who's really there.
That's what happens on Halloween too, because you go out with your friends that night. You guys do your trick-or-treating or wherever your plan is to go. And then you run into those ancillary friends that come in.
Well, we went out looking for trouble at this time. 7th and 8th grade, we were going out strictly to fucking hit people with eggs. And we put the pin.
Jacked their candy.
We would put the pin in the shaving cream and melt the front of it. You put
a
the pin in the front,
like an ink pen,
like a pin, like a sewing pin, or a toothpick.
Okay,
and you would put that in the front of the shaving cream.
They taught you this at Rikers. This is where you learned this.
I don't know where we learned it, but
this is like a Rikers thing for sure.
You put the pin in the middle and you melt it around the pin, so that the front melts around the pin. Then you pull it out. Now that shit shoots. all the way across. Like that shit will shoot for like fucking feet, man. Feet. That shit will come straight out like a.
And just regular like Barbasol shaving cream, like a regular bottle.
Yeah, just regular shit. You know,
not the gel.
Nah. But so we go into the city, and I mean, we roll up on 8th Street, right? We come walking up the steps, and the minute we turn right by Astor Place, right?
Okay.
And we're on Broadway and Astor Place, and we're walking down the block, and the parade was going on out there in Manhattan. We're in Manhattan, so the parade's going on. We all jumped on the train. I don't even know why, but we all jumped on the train. We get out there and we're walking. We're there for like maybe no more than 4 minutes, and we come across these 3 dudes dressed like Clockwork Orange. And my man Bear, God rest his soul.
Now you're saying Bear, right? B-E-A-R?
Yeah, Bear.
Okay.
Bear. Wow, what's it sound like I'm saying?
Bayer, like the aspirin company. B-A-Y-E-R. Bayer.
Bayer? No, I'm saying Bear. Fuck you.
Well, I knew what you meant. I was just clarifying it for the people who are from the West Coast who are maybe listening to the show.
So, all right. I guess that makes sense. I mean, even my car don't understand me. So, you know. Jasmine, what's up, my love?
Good morning, Jasmine.
Best night to mob up and smoke dust. It's a graffiti thing. Yeah. Right.
Oh, the
spray thing.
Yeah, that's a graffiti thing. That makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. So we get out there and we see these 3 dudes amongst like mad people. The place is packed.
Right.
You know, and we see these dudes, and my man Bear goes up to one of them and goes, "Yo, let me check out your cane." Because one had a cane, one had a chain, and I don't know what the other one had, but it was like, you know, they were like Clockwork Orange. And he looks at the cane, he goes, "Yo, this is dope. Thanks."
And then just jacks it from him?
Starts walking with it, right? And I'm like maybe like 3 steps behind him. I see him do that. I'm like, "Oh man, we're already starting." You know what I'm saying? Like we're already starting.
Yeah.
And he gets maybe 1 store length. And then the dude with the chain leaps on his back and starts hitting him with the chain. And that was all she wrote. That was all she wrote, dude. Brawl. The whole block started thumping because we just went at these dudes. Everybody's thumping. Streets is nuts. People are running everywhere. We're stomping these dudes.
That's why I do not go out tonight, dude.
Everybody
I'm not going out in the
bugging,
streets tonight.
You know, everyone's bugging, and then we run around the corner. We run, you know, after like everyone's wilding out, we're getting some hits in, whatever.
Yeah.
We run around the corner. We see Bear. He has all 3 of their hats on top of his head, stacked on his head, all 3 of their hats, and he still got the cane.
Bear!
He's walking with the cane. God rest his soul, man. You know, he was a semi-good dude. He was a good dude depending on who we were with. You know, because like sometimes he'd be really cool with me, and then sometimes he'd be like a big ass bully. He's the reason why I know Mace works. Because he used to always get into beef with my other bully. He used to get into beef with my other bully, Tommy Wu. And he would get into beef. They would get into beef all the time. And one time, my man Tom got his hands on some mace or some shit. And Bear rolled up on him. And he just sprayed him. Fop! And chilled him right the fuck out. It chills you out. That shit works.
Sure.
But after the fight, I jumped on the train. Like when we ran, I ran right back toward the train with 2 of my other boys. I can't remember who they were. I think it was Pete Persichetti and Louis Nappy, I think. But we jumped back on the train and I just came back home. So I drove all the way out to Manhattan to be out there for about 11 minutes before a fight broke out. And then I jumped back on the train. I came back and I never went back out on Halloween again after that. Halloween night is always fight night. Halloween night is the first time I ever got robbed.
I think we were talking about that. I don't know if we were on the phone or something like that, but I think it's the only time I've ever gotten like robbed.
Yeah, me too. It might be the only time I ever got like face-to-face. I mean, I was little. I was talking about my brother the other day. He goes, "They didn't take my candy." I said, "No, motherfucker, they took mine." That's why you don't remember and I do. We got swarmed by like 6 motherfuckers. We were dressed as Kiss. I was Peter Criss from Kiss. These motherfuckers came and stole my candy and my wig. And the funny thing is, I remember thinking, like, why they have to take the wig? Because now I didn't want to go, like, because my mom's like, we could just go back to, you know, we can go back. We can go back out and get more candy.
You don't have the wig.
Like, I don't have the wig.
That's why they took it. They took it to jack your candy and ruin your Halloween.
Dude, I fucking lost the wig. Used to be the only night you were able to wear a mask. It's a gang initiation night. I wonder if that's true. But isn't any night a gang initiation night if you come across the right degenerate?
I mean, right opportunity, you know. Well, I guess, you know, if you're
these kids came swarming from all over, took my candy and my mask, and I didn't want to go fucking trick or treating after that with a crew cut. Peter Chris ain't got a crew cut. You know what I'm saying?
Got a flat top.
Peter Chris with a crew cut, and I mean, we looked dope. I wish I could find the pictures, man. I know they're somewhere, and I know I posted it, but we looked real good. Like we had my cousin's mom's wigs on. She did our makeup. We made the costumes ourselves. It was crazy. We didn't do that plastic shit where fucking cut your eyes and shit in your mouth because you keep putting your tongue in the little blowhole and it starts cutting your tongue.
Seinfeld has a great joke about that.
There was a task force trained for just that. Yeah, I'm sure there was. Oh, that story's so sad. They took your candy. Yeah, they took my whole bag of candy, man. That's why I never liked Halloween. Ever since then, I was like, fuck this holiday, man. Fuck this holiday.
My dad always called it organized begging.
I mean, if you think
he's like, what other day can you go around and knock on the door and just you have to give people shit? He's like, it's organized, state-sanctioned begging.
If you think about it, it's one of the dumbest fucking holidays in the world. We tell our kids all the time not to talk to strangers, and then you tell them to go knock on a stranger's door for candy.
Yeah.
I wish that razor blade in the fucking apples was a true thing.
It is in my house. But in San Francisco, we do syringes.
No, this year they're gonna be like
bananas.
They're gonna be like
syringes and bananas.
Syringes and bananas.
Yeah, so they open it and they go. You know what I mean?
No. We could have went without that, dog, but okay. Okay, listen, he's just putting that out there. You guys do what you want with that. But I'm surprised the commercials in San Francisco is check those kids' candy for fentanyl.
That's actually why I'm going trick-or-treating tonight.
Get those fentanyl apples.
Let me see how many grams of fentanyl I can bring back.
They take the candy apples and sprinkle a little fentanyl on them.
Oh, dude, I have some horrific video footage that I have to show you from San Francisco, bro. Let me get this shit up. So I was I think this is it. I was coming back from the airport. Me and wife just got a Zipcar subscription, right? And if you don't know what Zipcar is, it's basically you just rent a car for a couple hours or something like that. So she picks me up from the airport and we're coming through the Tenderloin is the way we have to get back home, right? And I just want to show you, this is at 11 o'clock at night, right? And
what is the Tenderloin?
The Tenderloin is like Kensington of
San Francisco.
Okay. But the difference where Kensington is out on the northeast side of Philly, the Tenderloin is right in the middle of the city. So basically where you would have like Fifth Avenue, like the fashion district, or like it'd be like Times Square, and then the drug being right next to it, like the old Times Square.
The old Times Square. I missed the old Times Square.
But even probably more so, because it wasn't really like open air drug markets in Times Square, right? It was just kind of like seedy, shady, backdoor alleyway type shit. Sex shops, porn stores,
there was like a lot of drugs over there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I didn't get my drugs from there. I never bought drugs on 42nd Street. Who buys drugs at 42nd Street? That's like paying for porn. So this is your block.
This is not my block.
Oh, this is your neighborhood though, right?
This is close to it.
I mean, at least they got stores open.
Look at this, dude. Look at how deep these people are back here, bro.
But what are those all? Are those homeless, all homeless? Those are all homeless.
What is going on right here? You see this guy bent over? They're all this is the drug block, dude. All these dudes, you see this? I'm actually pointing it with my finger. You see this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, this dude's hustling. This dude is also hustling, right? Buyers, users, buyers. But dude, like you go this part, which I didn't really film because I was in a car and they could like easily see through it, but they were just straight hustling.
Great form of advertisement. Get the little ones hooked on sugar. Yeah, a little fentanyl on the apples. Bro says for you and me, Gary, that would be Hunts Point back in the day. Yeah, Hunts Point. Ugh.
What is that? Is that East New York? Or is that Queens?
Queens.
Kind of a sidebar from what we're talking about, but I watched. There's a Gotti documentary out on Netflix right now.
Oh yeah, is it good? I was gonna watch it.
I loved it, dude. I thought it was really, really, really. And I wasn't gonna click on it because, you know, honestly, any of the movies they made with Gotti, they've all sucked. But this one was kind of like, it was pretty fucking hard, dude.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, yeah. But I wanted to talk to you about what was it like in the 80s when the mob was running shit in New York? Because you were there. Like, I mean,
well, I was 10 in 1980. But I will say this, my neighborhood.
But when you were 20, like 80, 88, 89, like, dude, you were around for all that shit.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's funny because someone asked me yesterday about the 80s too. I'll give you my answer. Hold on. Let's go to some comments real quick. Gato Gordo says, but they weren't that deep on the block, more tucked into buildings. Yeah, They hit a little more. Oh, Hunts Point is in the Bronx. Yes, there you go. That's where it is. Gato says the Gotti miniseries was awesome. Which one? The one with John Travolta?
No. He's talking about the same one that I'm talking about. That's on Netflix right now.
I'm gonna check it out. Yes, sir, Gato. Bro, and then Gato says more real, not acting documentary. Yeah, documentaries. I'm into that. Our neighborhood was very mobbed up right by St. Rita's. Mm-hmm. You know, we had the Alessis and a couple of other people. That book that I told you about, Papa's Game, which is about you know, the mob in Astoria and 14th Street and all that. So it was mobbed up. It was Ravenswood was safer when the mob was at their peak. Their neighborhoods was always pretty safe.
And there is a great scene in that movie where they're interviewing a lady, because what they talk about is Gotti, you know, setting up shop in Little Italy in Manhattan. And there's a street interview, and they go up to a lady, and the lady's like, you know, how do you feel about, you know, this you know, mob run neighborhood? And she goes, my car has been stolen in every neighborhood in New York City besides this one.
Yeah, Astoria was like fucking Gato said, Astoria was definitely mobbed up. Yeah, it was mobbed up, you know.
Well, they said, dude, from like 1970 to like 1992, you couldn't build a fucking thing in Manhattan without going through the mafia at all. I mean, that was in I don't know if it was the 7-5, but there's another really good Netflix mob documentary, and they actually have Trump talking about paying off to get like concrete work and shit done.
Yeah, well, you know, you have to do what you had to do. There were understandings, and if you didn't understand, then, you know, man. I mean,
do you think? And I think about this sometimes.
And it's funny you said that, because in the 90s is when Ravenswood really started, you know, popping and fizzling and starting to get like you know, crazy.
But what happened
in the 90s because the mob got taken out of control.
Right. And then everyone started fucking killing each other for nothing.
Well, not always for nothing. For motherfucker owes you $20, the motherfucker owes you $20. Bro says, when there are consequences, people have respect. When we have catch and release, that's what we get. Yeah, it was catch and release when we were coming up, right?
Well, you know, in that documentary,
well, we had Dinkins.
In that documentary, what really led down to the fall of the mob is them getting into drugs. Like, all the old school guys were like, don't sell drugs, don't sell drugs, don't sell drugs. And the reason they said that is because you could get 20 to life for hustling coke, right? And then if you have, you know, and dude, Gotti got 2 years for a fucking murder that he pled guilty on, dude. 2 years for killing somebody that he admitted to doing. And they were getting 20 years for coke charges. So the reason that the old dudes didn't want them selling drugs is because as soon as you got hemmed up on a coke charge, then you would flip. But before that, no one would flip because you just took the 2, the 5, the 10, and when you got back out, you were paid, dude. You had a fucking $1 million.
The time became too much.
Right.
People weren't able to do it. Shit, there was a point when you couldn't even put a tag on a store gate without getting cop a tag on a store gate without getting a visit from a local businessman's friend. Yeah, it was different times. Those days are gone. Yes, they are. Yep, drugs killed people and attracted attention.
You think with the way, you know, things are going now with, you know, police departments not really doing anything, getting hemmed up by, you know, city governments and stuff like that, do you think there's potential for more street justice going on?
I mean, Well, they're trying to keep that hemmed by arresting the people who do that. Like if you defend yourself, you'll be the one who gets arrested. You know, like that dude who got shot.
The clerk.
Nah,
The
attendant, the parking lot attendant that got shot, and then he took the gun away from the guy who shot him, and then shot the guy who shot him, and he got arrested for illegal gun possession and attempt.
Yeah, he got his charges dropped.
I know.
Yeah, but still.
But he still got arrested for that shit.
Yeah, murder charges dropped against NYC parking garage attendant accused of shooting thief.
How can you be accused of shooting a thief? You know what I'm saying? What do you mean accused? Yes, I shot that motherfucker. Yeah. There don't need to be no accusations. Dude, I shot that motherfucker, and now I'm getting arrested. He's the fucking thief.
I saw a TikTok, dude, about this dude broke into somebody's house, right? Went through the garage, went into the house to loot it, then went back into the garage and got locked in for 8 days while the people were on vacation.
And now he's legally a squatter.
Sued and got $500,000 for damages to his mental health for being locked in there.
No,
he won.
I don't believe that.
All right, fine. I'm
not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying I just can't believe that. I refuse to believe that. You're gonna have to show me a receipt on that one, because I know someone who fell through a roof breaking into a person's house. Well, I don't know them, but I read an article about a dude who fell through a roof breaking into the person's house and then sued the house, sued the people from the house and won. What the fuck is this world coming to, man? Give me a fucking break.
I got the receipts. You may remember. You may remember a fabricated story from the dawn of the internet about an unlucky thief. Got trapped in the garage. He subsisted on dry dog food and tap water. See, the thing I read said Pepsi.
Fake.
Hold on. Although this is a tall tale from the early internet, there are plenty of outrageous insurance stories. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Fake.
Let's hear some of them outrageous things. But before we do that, let's go to Michelle. Michelle says, my friend's father was in the mob and was murdered. He knew he was going to get killed because he left all his stuff and ID at home. They thought he took money, and after they killed him, found out it wasn't him. Such a sin because he was such a sweetheart.
Sorry, Michelle.
Michelle, I don't think he was that much of it. I think some people would differ. It's sort of like when Roscoe died and everybody was saying he was such a great guy. And I was like, I would differ. I would think that the world is a better. I'm sorry. Listen, he's dead. I'll say it. The world's a better place without Roscoe here. You're safer. Michelle, you're safer with him not in the world. And you probably never would even ran into him.
But
you don't even know him. And you're
Roscoe. Yeah, but what about this guy? This guy probably kept the neighborhood safe. You know what's funny, dude? When I watch mob movies, I'm just like, oh my God, can we please go back to people actually giving a shit about a neighborhood? Because that's what I see. I see people actually giving a fuck about what they care about, where they live. Like, dude, here in my neighborhood,
you don't even know anyone.
Bro, I tried talking to the girl next door to me, like just like hi, hello, whatever.
Why are you trying to kick it to the girl next door, man? You're married now.
Because she's good looking, bro. What do you mean?
You're married now,
trying to talk to her, dude? Do you see her? Come on.
This is how you know his wife does not watch this show at all. He speaks freely. He don't give a fuck. He like, yeah, she ain't gonna listen to this shit.
Unless I clip it out.
Michelle says, okay, he was the sweetheart to me and my family. Yes, and that's cool. I know a lot of criminals, man. If we're just keeping it real. I remember I went to this one dude, Stacy, from my neighborhood. We called him Stacy Bass, one of the original OG crackheads in my neighborhood.
Stacy Bass?
Yeah. He actually played drums. Very talented dude. He looked like Jimi Hendrix back in the day. Back in the day, we thought he was like Jimi Hendrix. He was like a rock star in my building, right? And he died in a building smoking crack and shit. And at the funeral, everybody was saying what a great guy he was. And then this one chick, Desiree, who used to be the neighborhood chick who fought all the dudes, her whole family was,
rugged.
Yeah, her whole family was not to play with. The whole family, you know, and she was the sister, the older sister. I used to hang tough with the younger sister. And yeah, no, I know, but I'm just saying, you know. You mean bass.
He was the best bass player I've ever seen.
The best bass player, boy. He played that slap bass.
Slapping the bass, slapping the bass.
So when he died, Desiree became a born again Christian, right? And she
When
gets up.
Roscoe died?
No, when Stacy Bass died, and she's at the funeral, and she gets up there because everybody's speaking, saying what a great dude he was, and he was a great dude. But then she gets up there, and she's like, "Why are we all talking like this? Like this man didn't die from smoking crack in a building, okay? Why are we all talking like he ever had a job? Why are you all talking like he's something to look up to?" She just started ripping into everybody. She wasn't wrong, but I felt like it was probably a little inappropriate. I mean, what funerals do you sit there and put the dude down? You know what I'm saying? What up? Why you got me on the solo over here, man? Where's your pretty face? You know what I'm saying? Like, who does that at a funeral? Puts the person down. No doubt he was a piece of shit. You know, like I wouldn't have said that.
Time and place, Desiree.
Yeah, if I was at Roscoe's funeral, which I wouldn't have been, I'd have been too scared to go. I would have thought he would have jumped out of his coffin and started beating people up for one last time.
Yeah, teen
you know. Yeah, bro, exactly. There's a time and place. I wouldn't have said that. You know, I said that on Facebook because on Facebook we're a lot more brave.
Yeah.
Gato says at least one day let him be normal. Exactly. Like, and the truth is, neither of them were wrong. Sort of like what Michelle just said.
You should have put a chore and a stem in there with him.
Yeah, right. Put a stem in his pocket.
In the casket.
The only problem is anyone who put like a stem in the pocket that was actually used, they're gonna dig it up later when they're fiended to get the shit back. Sitting on top of his chest.
There's a push in there, dog. There's a push. You muted yourself.
But they were both right.
Mm-hmm.
The things that people said that was nice about him was true.
Mm-hmm.
The dude was, you know, a cool dude. You know what I'm saying?
There goes the bash. I mean, here lies Stacy.
Yeah. It's pronounced bass.
Oh man.
They were both right. He was a nice guy who was also a crackhead. You know.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of cocaine.
There's nothing wrong with a little bit of crack.
No.
The only problem is no one does a little bit of crack.
If you when
people go, I tried crack once. I'm like, you're a fucking liar. Nobody tries crack once. It's not a stem, it's a fishing pole.
For the bass.
For the bass. Smoking that bass.
Oh man. But yeah, dude, I would highly.
Although bro says, yeah, but we gotta admit she looked like an asshole afterwards, and he's gone and she's staying. Were you at the funeral, bro? Did you go to that funeral? Oh shit, Diana's back. What happened to Sade? Oh, man, it's been a while since you've been here. It's been a while. I moved into the studio in my other room. I decided to take full advantage. Yes, bro, it is a glass dick. I decided to take full advantage of the other room that I have in my apartment. So every morning I don't have to wake up and set everything up. I just leave it all set up. But welcome back. It's been a while. Hope everything is good with you, man. Gato says, I don't miss the smell of old sock burning in the hallway.
Is that what it smells like?
I don't know. I don't have a good sense of smell.
See, what I would always do.
You know what it tastes like? It tastes like this. I used to love smoking the woos. You know, throw a little crack and some weed, and every time you took a hit, you'd be like,
is that what you guys used to do? You used to take the rock and you would sprinkle it on a blunt?
Not the real crackheads. I did that.
Right, I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Because for me, it was longer. You know what I'm saying? It was longer. I take it, I sprinkle it in there. Now I have that whole blunt. and I'm still kind of getting high on crack. But the real crackheads are, right in the right in it.
Yeah, dude, you completely fucked up, dude.
Yeah,
You're just
yeah.
pissing crack away.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm coming back. I'll be home.
I like the
right
little
around
sprinkle.
Thanksgiving, so we'll find some, dude, and we'll have one night where we just smoke crack for the entire evening together.
We got this one dude in my neighborhood.
Draw all the blinds. We'll take sheets and towels. We'll hang them up. But the thing is, dude,
like Pete from Family Guy when he tried meth, and he kept coming out all skinnier and skinnier.
Yeah, old style NYC, woolies and dabbling. No, but like the thing, dude, when you start your crack tear, right? You smoke a couple, and then you have to tell yourself, listen, the cops aren't coming. Nobody knows I'm here. It's very quiet. But then an hour or two
What are you guys
later,
doing in there? What are you guys doing in there? We're not smoking crack.
There's no crack in here. Why would you say that?
Yeah, man. Fucking yeah. I mean, like I said, it lasted longer. Those were called a bazooka or a salty dog back in the day. I never heard salty dog, but I did hear bazooka. Bro, were you at Stacy's funeral?
Bazooka was the paste. You would get
different,
coke
but
paste
just as fun.
Or crack paste from cooking paste. Are we talking about?
Just as fun, man. We got a lot of old heads here who made it through. I'm so glad we made it through. Isn't it cool that we made it through? And now we look at people caught up in that shit and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Oh no, bro, wasn't there? I thought you was because people did get mad at her when she did that shit. She wasn't wrong,
Mm-hmm.
And I think she said it mainly for the younger people that were there. Coke paste. Yeah, I used to like to throw it in the blunt. And like I said, mainly because it lasted longer. That's why it just lasted longer. Motherfuckers used to get penoid. Penoid. We had this one crackhead in my neighborhood. And oh my God. What is this? Your mugshot? Is this your fucking mugshot, dude?
Dude,
that looks like your fucking cracked out twin brother. And you look like you got two dead eyes that belong in different faces. That left eye, my left. I'm looking at my left.
That would be this would be my right eye. My right
eye looks like it's dead. And then the other one just looks like you never saw out that eye. That eye was always just there for looks. It was there for looks, but you couldn't look out of it. Diana says one eye is running away.
So this is what happens, dude, when you shoot coke, right? When you IV it right to your body. Dude, there's so much stimulant running through your body
that your whole face looks like you're totally unstimulated.
Of your eyes, dude. So I had this one eye, right? And I'm sitting there in the mirror after I'm slamming and I'm looking, and I keep seeing I'm looking straight, and then it just starts wandering. So I go like this, and I smack it a couple times, and it goes straight, and then it
never moved again.
No, dude. And then it would just slowly go off into the other direction. That's why I took the picture, because I wasn't sure if I was just super high or was actually just going the other way. So I was
after I seen that picture just now, I want to tell you something. You are so good looking.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You look amazing. I'm so glad I didn't know you then. I wouldn't even I would have been like, look at this dude with his fucking dead eyes looking in different direction. This motherfucker's looking east and west at the same time. Gato says, damn, not lazy eye. That's a dead eye. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Bro says, that's not a good looking Brian. I like this one better. Yes, I agree. And I think all our listeners will agree this is much better. Mm-hmm. Diana says, I've never done any drugs. Y'all are scaring me. Diana, be a fucking adult. Okay? Smoke some crack once. Well, not once. Nobody does it once. No, you're not missing out on anything. Not for nothing. Other than a couple of good times and, a bunch of sex you wish you never had.
The guy sells catalytic converters.
Back to the person he took it from. Michelle says, thank God you were done with that stuff, Brian. Gato says you gotta have a taste to know what's up.
Here you go. This is the last one. This one's a little rough. Jaundice.
Wait, hold on a second. Diana says I'm too scared of dying and I'm married. So, well, yeah, then you'd have to share with your husband. You know, less drugs for you. Who the fuck is that?
It's your boy, dog. That's
dude.
John.
That looks like your drug addict cousin.
That's the yellowing of the skin in the face.
No, dude, your whole face. That don't look nothing like you, dude.
Yeah, well,
nice
bro.
glasses, though.
Yeah, thank you.
Whatever happened to those? Did you fucking give them up for heroin? Did you give them to some fucking squinty-eyed drug dealer somewhere? Motherfuckers like this. He's like, nah, dude, you got to go get some money. He's like, wait a minute. Try these on. And he was like, all right, son, here, get out of here. Sold it for a fucking a bang. Dude, that picture looks hard. Can we go back to that picture? That picture looks fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, let's see.
That looks like fucking that's Halloween Brian right there. Oh man. Bro says I always bought heroin first when I got money.
How long ago?
How long ago was that? Man, dude, first of all, you look older in that picture. You look like a person who became vegan because of drugs. Like you were just eating rubbish and like telling people you were vegan.
But I was really just eating old lettuce out of a trash can. Yeah, let me see if I can find a
Gato Gordo says, damn, upstate dealer driving down to see.
That was July 17th,
for Hayes.
2014. That was 9 years ago.
It looks like a bad deep fake. Diana said, yeah, man, that doesn't even look. I would never have guessed that was you, dog.
Yeah, 2014, dude.
That's the only picture I ever seen of you that didn't look like you. Even when I saw you working for the government in your little baggy suit, it was still like your face on this little head. Bro says, dude, you were running with the devil in that picture.
Got this one in here too. Hey, oh, not safe for work, friends. Oh, not safe for work, friends.
Oh, right. Bro says, yeah, you know what, dude? It's a good thing you didn't have the internet back then. Bro says you are.
I did, dude. I just didn't really have a phone that would connect to it.
Nah, you didn't have like Facebook and all that shit, did they? Gato Gordo says you look a million times better. Yes, no doubt, man.
Thank you.
Well, now we know. We'll know if he's ever back on that shit.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Because those eyes will be like, you know what I'm saying? And then he'll start looking different. See, at least that kind of looks like you a little.
Dude,
with the Cookie Monster.
So fucking high in this photo, dude.
You look so fucking high.
Trash, dude.
You look so
I'm
high.
Wearing Cookie Monster
and in all honesty, dude, you're looking a little femme in that picture. I'm kind of wondering who's in the other seat, Obama? Were you hanging out with Obama in that picture, son? Huh? Did you get a little going on with Obama, dog? Gato says, damn, man, definitely spent too much time in the wrong towns. Dude, he was hanging in Kensington.
Yeah, Camden, Kensington. This series of photos, I was actually in North Carolina at the time. These aren't. Oh, dude. This is Camden. This is Camden crack smoking.
Dude, what are you, in a box?
No, dude, those are the towels hanging over the window in my place in Camden, bro.
Oh, wait, you're hanging out the window right now?
No.
You're behind them?
I'm in front of the window. This is taken from inside the place.
Inside the
house.
Towels
are hanging. They're hanging.
Curtains.
Yeah. Yes.
Those, first of all, I have that towel. Hold on.
I gave it to you. This is at your house, bro. What do you mean? This is your place.
That towel, dude. Oh, that was the other. No. Dude, yeah, you was a wreck, man. Your poor parents.
I know, dude.
Your poor parents, dude.
I know.
Holy shit.
You know what? I feel bad for my parents. But how about me, dude? The shit that I went through.
Dude, you made those decisions, all right? Listen, fuckface, with that was fuckface Brian right there. You didn't notice when you looked in the mirror that you were a whole totally different fucking person? Gato Gordo says hiding inside behind towels, not even sheets on the window. Yeah, I know, right? Even for the sheet, motherfucker put towels.
They're thicker.
That's because he sold the sheets.
Slept on the towels.
He sold them to some crack dealer who needed to wrap a body in them. I remember one dude hung a mic. He had you remember Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Yes.
That EQ, the equalizer he had that would go like this with the
lights.
Yes.
So
he had that. He had that exact same one. And he would hang a mic outside his window right over the front door of the building. So that when people went in and out, you'd see the lights move and he would know someone's coming in or out of the building. You know, and then be by the blinds.
Just ready to go.
Dude, it was crazy, man. And I never got like that. Like, I always got talky.
That's because you didn't smoke it, dude. You didn't smoke it right, bro.
No, I did. When I hung out with them, I didn't pay. So I smoked it however they wanted to smoke. You know, if you're paying,
straight
I'm
pipe.
staying. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I definitely smoked it. How do I go back to my desk and be a normal member of society after watching this?
You don't.
What you do is you go outside and you take a quick hit. And then you go back and go, hey, guys, ready for work. Go back and beat them all. Outpace everybody. Bro says, my worst pictures are when I look at my daughter when she was young. They really hurt, and she still loved me. Daughters are the best. Daughters are the best. My daughter always had my back. Always. You know, her moms would try to blow me up. You know, tell her everything. She would try to blow me up, tell her everything. And my daughter would sit next to me and be like, it's okay, daddy. I still love you. You know. But then again, I wasn't fucking shooting heroin out there in fucking Kensington. Dude, I ain't gonna lie, man.
Nuts, right?
You look great.
Thanks.
You look fucking great. You better stay off that shit, man. You know.
Well, it's Halloween, so it doesn't really count. You know, if I just eat an apple or two, it's not.
You
really
can literally go as your old self for Halloween. That's how much of a monster you look like, man. You could literally go as your old self for Halloween. Did you ever get dressed up for Halloween?
I mean, as a kid.
Yeah, anytime in your life you used to get dressed up.
Yeah, but that stopped probably 7th or 8th grade. You know, once I got into high school. And I didn't really even like it when I was young, dude. Like, and the thing is I was never really the biggest candy guy. Like, I can eat like 10, 15 pieces of candy and I'm tapped. I can't eat a whole bag.
Big on candy. I don't think that's why I'm not big on candy. Like, it just ruined everything. And that's the reason why I started becoming a dude to throw eggs. I didn't even want to do that, to be honest. I didn't want to be on that side either. But it was like, you know, what side do you want to be on?
Yeah.
Yeah, daughters are the best, man. You know, they really are. Not to diss my son. I love my son. You know, not to diss my son, but daughters, she always had my back. You know, my daughter never said, fuck you, I'll punch you in the face. Like my son said to me a couple of times. And I was like, are you fucking bugging, son? Like, you know, yeah, man. Don't want to fight my kid. Gatto says, well, if you catch that lazy eye, you know. Yeah, man. Those eyes better both be awake when you fucking come here, dog. From now on, we're going to do tests before the... Oh, that look just reminded me of something. Our girl got a new song dropping, doesn't she?
Amy B. Bobby, yo.
Amy B. Bobby got a new song dropping, people. And if you don't know who Amy B. Bobby is, man, we've been trying to get her on the show, man. One of our favorite artists.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fucking Amy B. Bobby.
She's one of our favorite musical artists and OnlyFans talent.
Man, what a talent. Look how fucking red pink she is in that picture, boy.
This one?
Yeah, man.
Brazil. How are my fans doing? So, dude, when we found her, she was a singer.
Well,
you think?
I think she was already doing that.
I
think she was already doing this.
And then she
probably
put out
probably in a room full of big, you know, I think she had a couple of Mendango parties.
Yeah.
You know,
She seems like she's in a lot of
Alleged.
videos titled Amy B. Bobby BBC.
That's what it says. Did you read that? Or did you make
No,
that
no,
up?
I'm just guessing. I'm
Dude.
guessing most of her videos start Amy B. Bobby BBC and
Yeah.
then some other descriptive words after.
Yeah, her legs look like they should have a lot more bruises on them, right?
Dude.
They just look like they should have a lot more bruises on them. You know, but no, Amy B. Bobby, we love you. We would love to have you on the show. But yo, put up the clip of her new video, man. We got to show her love. You sent it to me. Hold on, I got it.
I sent it to you?
Yeah. Or I sent it to you. Hold on, I'll send it to you right now. I looked at it yesterday.
Huh. No, yeah, let me it might be on my other account.
I got
hey, Mr. Boots. Mr. Boots, come here, pal. Come here. Nothing like curves, contours, and hips. Hey, little buddy.
I just sent it to you.
What account?
I sent it to shit, man.
Find the video guy. Yeah. Here it goes.
Not a hater, but delicious. Let me taste her. Yeah, we so bad. The douchey so snap. We the baddest. Make it clap. Gotta give them that.
The best thing about this is the edit. That's the best thing. Nothing about this is good besides the editing skills from Trendy Productions.
Big up Trendy Productions, man. But go check out Amy B. Bobby.
Yeah.
And if anybody knows her, tell her we want on her show. We want her on the show, man.
Yeah.
You know. Amy B. Bobby.
Hey, Buckaroo.
It's fucked up. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, you know, I think in 7th grade, that's when you just throw the mask on, right?
Yeah, you throw the mask on and then you switch to the pillowcase. If you weren't on the pillowcase already, then you go to the pillowcase.
Yeah,
never been a fan. You want to show everybody?
I don't like scary holidays, man. And I was never a big fan even of the 4th of July back in the day. Because that shit was because it was just dangerous. Back in my day, everybody was licking off fireworks. Everybody. So there was shit flying all over, man. You know, it was just very anxiety filled, man. I hated it. I always thought I was gonna get hit in the fucking face with a bottle rocket.
I have an idea. Let's have a barbecue at noon. We'll day drink with Coors and Bud Light. And then around 10, we'll start shooting off explosives. That's the holiday. What is more American than that, though?
I always bug out because, like, when I'm here and, you know, I got the fireworks right up the block, basically.
Yeah.
You know, and you hear it exploding. I'm like, yeah, that's what it sounds like in war. You know what I'm saying? Like in war, that's what you're hearing. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know. I find it to be very
Dude.
And then when it comes to those things too, it's like, you know, it's cool for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the same shit over and over and over again.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
It was interesting you said that about war. You just reminded me, dude, I had a dream last night. A really, really deep, in-depth dream. You were in it also. I know. Yeah, I know you don't like this. But you weren't like a big part of it. You were just in it because
I was just dead in the corner like this.
No. You were actually following my lead through the attack that we were getting sieged on.
Then you know it was a dream.
Yeah. Well, we yeah, because if it was actually true, I would have to come find you and protect you. You wouldn't be behind me with the gun.
No, I'd be way in front of you, gone from the situation.
No, you would be back there hiding like Anne Frank. Dude, that's how the dream started. I was in the place and I'm like, where's Gary at, dude? And I had my little 22. And then what I had to do is I had to knock on all these like little, you know, little different trap doors inside this building. And then I kept looking up and I was like, no, that's a Jew, closed. And then I opened it again. And I was like, there's Gary. And then I pulled him out and I brought him up and I said, here, take this gun. The Germans are coming.
That's a Jew, no. Who would have thought that you were going to be the one to get our show canceled before me? Lately, you've been taking me out, dog. You've been taking me out.
No, we're not laughing at the Maine bowling alley fake news. We can talk about that topic. It has not been something me and Gary have brushed up against.
What is it we're talking about? When did that happen? It happened a while ago, didn't it?
The Maine thing happened over the weekend.
Oh, it
Lewiston,
did.
Maine, that shooting. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. And they said that the dude, I forgot what they said
they
about
found him dead somewhere.
Is that what you sent me yesterday?
I'm not sure.
Too soon? Nah, not for us.
No, I sent you something in Colorado. That's what I sent. That's what I had sent you yesterday.
Yeah, about some dude found dead and he had like mad whatever.
Uh-huh.
What are they saying about that main thing though? Fill me in.
Let's
fill me in. I really don't even know. I heard that there was a shooting, but you know what it is? You hear this stuff all the time, and it's just like, okay, another one. Bro says he was a weekend warrior.
Jesus Christmas, dog. A weekend warrior. God, dude. Oh man. Oh, that's rough, dude. Oh man.
Let's see the proof.
Okay.
Bro says he killed himself.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to find what actually happened. Now it's just all, story.
Dupixent helps you do more with less asthma and can help you breathe better in as little as 2.
Why no one reads your shitty fucking news? Because no one will buy it, and you got to put ads all over it. Look at this shit. Where's the article? I can't even look at the article because there's ads all over your fucking website. Suspect mass shooting in Maine that killed at least 18 and wounded 13 was found dead following a massive 2-day manhunt.
Whoa, wait a minute. Killed 18 people and wounded 13?
Yeah.
All in a bowling alley?
No, dude. He went to a bowling alley and then he went to a bar.
Oh, all right. Because I was going to say, there's a lot of people in a bowling alley. Right? Like, I said, my bugging out. Like, is that many people going bowling?
It's Maine.
All right. Yeah, that's true.
The mass shooting unfolded in 2 locations in Lewiston on Wednesday evening, a bowling alley where a children's league was taking place, and a local bar. The Androscoggin County Sheriff's Office released a photo Wednesday night of the suspect brandishing semi-auto rifles at the location. The suspect, identified as 40-year-old Robert Card, a U.S. Army reservist from Bowdoin, was found dead Friday night from a self-inflicted gunshot wound at a recycling plant in Lisbon, where he previously worked. Card was a commercial driver for approximately 1 year at a Maine recycling company before voluntarily leaving late last spring. Yeah, I'm sure he got fired. Authorities found the suspect's white Subaru at a location. So he was a liberal, obviously.
He probably had one of those fucked up dogs. He got one of those fucked up one-legged, one-eyed dogs.
He had the coexist. the coexist bumper sticker on the back.
That's fucked up. This is fucked up, man. I mean, like, what the fuck, bro?
Okay. A long gun was recovered from the vehicle, according to Maine Commissioner. 2 other firearms were found on the body of Card, who was located after the Maine State Police tactical team searched an overflow lot of trailers across the street from the recycling plant. 3 firearms were recovered, appear to have been purchased legally. Investigators also found a note at Card's home addressed to a loved one. The note was not an explicit suicide note, but the tone and tenor suggested that Card wasn't going to be around much longer and included the passcode to his phone and his bank account numbers. That was nice.
I wouldn't leave the passcode to my phone. Stay out of my phone. I don't want you in it now, and I don't want you in it when I'm dead.
Yeah, and nobody wants access to those bank records, dog. No one wants that after you die, dude.
My bank records.
Yeah, no, dude. If anything, just open up. If you know you're gonna go, just open up a couple credit cards and leave them on an envelope on the table for me and Sam, and we'll split it up. We'll split it up. We need the money. Jasmine's doing fine. Me and Sam. me and Sam.
You and Sam are the ones who need help.
Yeah.
These are the two kids I worry about.
Card was previously married. His ex-wife filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences, aka she found better dick, which was granted in a 2007 shared custody of the couple's minor child. Court documents showed the divorce order was amended in 2013. Shared parental rights. What are you whining about, dude? What, you want to go outside? You gotta wait. I'm doing the show right now. He wants to go out. His likes between January and March included posts about classified documents found at Biden's home, calls for the IRS to be abolished, and allegations of Democrats engaging in election fraud. In 22, conspiracies about COVID-19. See, this is the thing I am worried about, because there's definitely a dossier about the Rated G podcast somewhere at one of the 3-letter agencies, somewhere at a center in Utah.
So we got a bunch of comments.
Okay.
Let's scroll up to the top. Can anyone say crisis actor interviews?
Well, here, we're right here. Let's see the proof.
Yeah. He killed himself. Yes, that's what they claim. Unrelated mental illness.
Untreated.
Oh, untreated. Yeah, well, that happens a lot. Can anyone say crisis actor interviews? I'm not going to say that. I don't have $4 billion to pay anybody.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I'm sure we're going to start hearing a lot of that for sure. The bar was in the bowling alley. Yo, man, that bowling alley seems to have been doing good, though, man, before this happened, man. That's a lot of people there. And when did this happen? On the
Wednesday.
On a Wednesday night. Whoa, on a Wednesday. But they had the kids there. That's fucked up. Bro says 2 locations, and he was an ammo instructor. Yeah, I heard he was an ammo instructor. He knew what he was doing. Apparently, man. You got to hear some of what these people that say they were there. First of all, the more. Welcome back, baby. Conspiracy guys. Yeah, I mean, listen, you're gonna eventually hear a bunch of shit coming out when it comes to, like, anytime something big happens, that's what I do. I sit back and I just wait to hear what conspiracies are gonna come out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, what's his name died over the weekend? The dude
Matthew Perry.
Yeah, Matthew Perry died.
Dude, tons of shit on my feed after that dude died, bro. And rest in peace.
I haven't seen. Oh yeah, Matthew Perry.
Battled Addiction was amazing in Friends.
Yeah.
Honestly, maybe the best actor on that show.
Yeah.
Not the best looking, Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, she's fucking with her face now, though. Starting to look. I don't like it.
I know, dude, but like, oh my god,
like,
he was that nurse
waiting.
in Horrible Bosses, the dentist.
Oh
yeah, did that scene where she wore the smock with nothing underneath it.
Yeah, nah, she's definitely the hottest one. You know, I thought she was hotter than Angela Jolie, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know why he left her for that chick with the split lip. Ugh.
But not even close.
So I'm just waiting to see what's gonna come out with that. Because, you know, he died in his tub, in his hot tub or some shit. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of conspiracies. You know, it's going to come out that he was getting ready to drop some movie about child trafficking or some shit. Right? That's how it always is. Did you know that Matthew Perry was just about to release a movie about child predators?
Yeah. You know? The thing that I see a lot, too, online is that Gemma Teria or like the numerology stuff. You follow any of those accounts, or have you seen that kind of stuff where they'll be like adding numbers up and giving the numbers like meaning and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And have you ever looked in? Like I move right past that.
It sounded too much like math.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounded like, math. I was like, yeah, all right, fuck that numerology shit, man. Alex Jones will say it. I don't know if he'll say it anymore, man. You think he's still gonna be saying the crazy shit? I'll tell you this, he'll definitely make sure what he's saying is, you know, more true. I'm sure he'll make sure he dots his I's and crosses his T's.
I got an interview. I got a good interview that I want to play from that.
Hold on, before you do, bro says bro 12002 says We have good gun laws in place. They just have to be reinforced better. Not the gun. It's starts with us. Of course it starts with us. If we were all fucking in the right mind, we wouldn't need guns. Because people wouldn't do harm to other people.
Right.
You know, it's fucked up. Themor says there was no lawsuit.
Are you talking about Themor? Are you talking about Alex Jones? That there wasn't a lawsuit that was brought against them? Is that what you're saying? Also, can you maybe share a link to some interviews? I'm saying Jones and Sandy Hook. The lawsuit didn't exist.
Oh, I just want to make it clear. The views and opinions of Rated G podcasts are not necessarily the views and opinions of Themor 76. I didn't say that. Okay. I didn't say that. I'm not going to sit here and say he didn't get sued so that I could get sued. But if you got a link, we're willing to look into it. You know?
Okay. Let me
And it's funny too because I do the Monday radio morning show with JoJo and Scotty, right? Conspiracy Mondays.
Mm-hmm.
And I shout out to JoJo and Scotty. And I wanted to talk about what Themor was telling us about John F. Kennedy never being shot, that he wasn't shot. So I started trying to find stuff on that, and I couldn't find nothing.
Really? Shocking.
Yeah,
shocking.
So I couldn't speak about it because I didn't want to go and be like, well, one of my listeners, Themor, he's telling me this is what the conspiracy is. I wanted to have some sort of shit to back it with, and I couldn't find anything, man.
But that's funny. That's fucking great.
I got, they're gonna be like, well, where are you getting this from? Well, one of my listeners, Themor, never met him.
Yeah, somebody commented,
but his comments seem to be on point. He agrees with me on a lot of other shit, so I'm sure this is good.
I want to play this one interview from this guy who was there. This is from Sky News, which I believe is either an Australian or Canadian company. And dude, they actually
normal night of bowling, and out of nowhere he just came in and there was a loud pop. Thought it was a balloon. I had my back turned to the door. And as soon as I turned and saw that it was not a balloon, he was holding a weapon, I just booked it down the lane, and I slid basically into where the pins are and climbed up in the machine and was on top of the machines for about 10 minutes until the cops got there. And then when I got on top of the bowling machine, it was a lot of ruckus back there. So I don't really know from that, but I heard the first one. It was probably 15 feet behind me. I mean, he was close. Very close.
Smart dude. He said, fuck that, I'm out.
Did you switch your mic or something, dude? It sounds different. Check your settings. Yeah, I think you switched off your Yeti.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. You there?
Hold on. Fuck, it's not even giving me.
While you're working on that, let's go to another.
This is 2012. And this is my stomping grounds. I've been stomping these grounds since I was 19 years old. And I'm just overwhelmed. I've been here trying to spread, some kind of comfort, some kind of support. But this is an overwhelming situation. I don't think we've ever had anything like this, except that one that guy that died in Kennedy Park that got beat up. But that's been a while. And I'll tell you, my insides are just really sick over this. I've heard people that down there by the doors that have family members in there. There was a girl down there with 5 people, all got shot up. And they're like frantic. What are you going to do? And I can just feel the vibes from other people. So yeah, this is not good.
And you said you have family and you've been able to contact them?
Yep. My family knows all about it. Thank God my son has technology where he has a smartphone. So he's got the scanner and he's following it all. So I've had all my friends on the phone with me to make sure they're safe.
Can you please stop this for a second, man? Shut that motherfucker up. Because the truth is, why are they even talking to him? I'll tell you why they're talking to him, because he has a fucking wig on. And he looks like a fucking nut. That's why he wasn't even there. And she's like, you have family. He's like, I have family. They weren't there. His son was following it on his phone, and he was calling up his family so they knew what was going on. What the fuck? Why are they talking to this dude? He has nothing to add. Oh, the vibe was, pretty intense. I saw police cars go by. Motherfucker, you wasn't even in there bowling. Why are they talking to someone that didn't have on rented shoes? You know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here with that dude, man. Yeah, I mean, that's why they fuck. It's the same as like when they go into a bad. You know what? Want to know something? Hold on a second. First of all, you're skipping over a bunch of stuff. You got to go up to bro. He has been putting shit out there for a long time, but most of it had some validity to it. They want to make sure they send a message. Oh no, he's right more than he's wrong. He's been right more than he's wrong. He was right about the frogs when they all said he was bugging.
Dude, he went in to that thing, bro. Whatever it's called. The forest where they burn the owl. I can't remember what the name of it is right now.
Yeah. He went into Bohemian Grove.
Dude.
But getting back to that, man. Like, they're talking to this dude, wasn't even there. They're only talking. You want to know why they were talking to him? Because they couldn't find a crackhead. He's the equivalent of like if they were in Harlem and they'd be talking to the crackhead.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
Man, I didn't see nothing, dude. The shots just started firing and I booked it.
Yeah, man. So Themore says, big dude, here's a pop. No mention of other shots or people screaming, dying. I mean, listen, big dude, here's a pop. I don't care how big, even big dudes get holes in their muscles. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if what he's saying is true, I mean, there's a good chance he didn't hear a lot of shit. You know, when you go into that survival mode, things could become tunnel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know there was a couple of times when I got caught up in like not me shooting, but shootouts being I'm in the vicinity of people shooting at each other.
Oh.
Clubs, shit like that. It was a couple times in front of a club. One time we were walking and we were in between these two dudes who had beef and they started shooting at each other and we had to like scatter. I heard the shots. I didn't hear all the rest of the chaos. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So there's a good chance he might not have. And if he did what he said he did, listen, dude, I'm with you. You know, if you're there with your loved one, you grab them, boom, slide into the pins, climb up to the top. Mm-hmm. Sounds like a smart thing to do. Themore says, situation, you'll hear that a lot. I'm confused on that one. That's one hell of a crack wig.
I think that comment was in addition to this. Big dude, here's a pop. No mention of other shots. People screaming or dying. You'll hear that situation a lot. He's saying that, or I'm not sure if it's a guy or a girl or they or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're saying that you'll hear after the crisis act, or I'm sorry, you'll hear in interviews that the people will say what they did and no mention of what else happened. I think that's the point that they're making.
That's a good point. Mm-hmm. Once again, man, when they come to sue us, I'm just gonna be like, listen, man, Themore sounded really convincing. And I can't even say he sounded convincing. It's like I gotta read it convincingly.
Right.
I sounded very convincing when I read it
myself.
Yeah. Bro says that guy looks like a freak of nature. Yes. He definitely does. So much he said it twice. Sean says, hey guys, Sean, what's up, baby? Big Sean in the house. May the force be with you. Sean, do you remember them saying, Luke, I am your father? Is that what you remember? Bro, he ran like a bitch. No street cred for that. I don't know, dog.
Nah, dude, not when someone's shooting, bro. You get the fuck.
It depends.
Out.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm not throwing what bro said completely out, that he ran like a bitch. I'm not throwing that out.
In this situation, that was the correct move.
To me, if he did the George Costanza and left his lady and his kid or his girlfriend and her kid, you know, then yeah, that motherfucker ran like a bitch. But if he don't got a dog in the fight and he ain't got no gun, he sees a dude shooting up the place. I mean, listen, man, we all want to. I would like to think that I would like sneak behind shit and be that dude that comes up behind him and catches him and saves the day.
Right.
But I'll probably be up there with the bowling pins. You know, I'll be hot. I'll crawl up one and crawl down the other, and I'll be standing with the pins, right in the middle pin, like that. I'll be right in there pretending to be one of the pins. Bro says just joking. I figured that, you know, we all just throwing stupid shit out here, man. We don't take nobody serious on this shit, but sometimes we give serious responses. I'm running late, like Usain Bolt.
King Hansen says I'm running like Usain Bolt.
Oh, I'm running like, yeah, exactly. The lesson is don't go bowling in Maine. Rule number 1, don't be a hero. I used to hate fucking, when I was on the criminal end of things, I used to hate heroes, man. You know what I'm saying? You do a car radio, you get away with it, and then somebody sees you doing it, and they're like chasing you down. You're like, motherfucker, it's not even your car. The fuck are you doing? Fucking heroes.
My dad, like back when the old, like when the radios were like worth stealing, my dad had his car parked in the police department parking lot in Camden, in a garage, dude, in a garage surrounded by police cars, and they stole his fucking radio. He was like, what? Dude, everything was locked. The dude's fucking
no cameras.
Dude, this is like, you know, 01.
Yeah.
I mean, what are they gonna do, bro? He's gonna chase down some fucking crackhead for $100 radio,
just out of spite because of where they did it.
Yeah. You know what? I'm sure he didn't tell me, but I'm sure they figured out what happened.
Sean says, no, the line is Vader says, no, I am your father. Never says Luke's name. Dude, you must have never saw the original. Okay? Because in the original, he says, Luke, I am your father. Bro, that was one of his co-worker cops. Yeah. That's an inside job, dog.
Maybe.
Definitely an inside job.
Do you want to? I got the more put up some videos that they shared with me, and I want to play one of them.
Let's check it out.
Where the fuck? Here we go.
Talk about this witness that we spoke with at Spare Time. Brandon
Can you hear
Mullen was
it?
bowling.
Yeah.
Friends when that gunman actually entered Spare Time. Again, just in time, I think is the name of
this is for news and educational purposes only. We do not own the rights to this content.
And so he heard the gunshots. He spoke with News Center Maine's Vivian Lee about what he saw and what he heard, and how he survived and how several of his friends did not.
I heard something, and it was
what kind of shot
like a gun thing, shots. I thought it's a taper broke, but I heard a shot and I dropped. First thing I said, oh, I had to drop my bowling ball, and I told everyone.
I shouldn't laugh, but I had to drop my bowling ball. You should have threw it.
And everyone to leave, and I ran in the woods and with a bunch of people that I know. And I went to Marco's restaurants. They opened the door for us. And we got in, and they said, just go on the back because I don't want you guys to get shot or by the windows. They want to stay out of the windows. I lost like 3 or 4 friends.
Were these guys that
3 or 4? You don't know how many friends you lost?
Yes, from like bowling leagues, and just friends that I know.
Did you notice the cut? Did you see that cut that was here?
Like 3 are the door
just watch,
for us.
it's an unnatural cut.
We got in, and
they tried to make it blend, but it doesn't.
On the back
this is a cut.
I don't want you guys to get shot or by the windows. They want to stay out of the windows. I lost like 3 or 4
That
friends.
was the cut.
Were these guys that you hang out with a lot, Brandon?
Yes, for like born.
Same.
Born
Also a cut.
And
she's asking the question, and then they're
just
cutting
friends that
forward
I
to some
know,
other shit that he
and-
said. That was not the same question.
No, I don't have that.
Poor guy, though. You know.
Nah, dude, I gotta be honest, man.
You're
Can
not
I
buying
just
it?
say something? Listen, man. Just an opinion. Nothing that I'm gonna say right now is facts. And it's sad that we live in a world that I have to say that before I just speak what's on my mind. But right off the bat, I lost like 3 or 4 friends. I think I would know how many friends I lost. You know, you're not going to get coherent statements from people that were just involved in a traumatic event. I do get that. I don't know how long afterwards they did this interview.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that it
was 4 days ago. So today is 31st. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would have been on Friday. So it would have been a day or 2 afterwards.
I don't know, man. That just seemed a little weird because he really didn't explain anything about the chaos that was going on. And I feel like that's something you would say. You'd be like, it was crazy. There was people running all over. There was, you know what I'm saying? And I just think, especially 3 days later, you would know the number of friends you lost.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when she asked him if they were close, and he said that they were in leagues together and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And started choking up on tears. I don't know.
And then the cuts, dude. The cuts is what bothers me about, really the news at all. And if you watch this show, there are 0 edits. So what you see is what you get. And that is the problem with
the show. That's the problem with this show.
No, it's not the problem with our show. That's the solution to our show. That's the problem with the MSM is you watch stuff that needs to be cut down to a minute so that they can control the story, right? Because a video editor is just a storyteller. That's all we're trying to do. I liken myself after Goebbels,
which is proven in Making a Murderer.
Yes.
I finally watched the last episode of Convicting a Murderer.
How was it?
Fucking awesome. I am actually upset that I was duped. It's better to get them after the incident. You start to second guess yourself after a while. I don't know, bro. I don't know if that's true because I think after you settle in, you start to see things a little more clearer. And in fact, you remember more things as you start to sit back and let it sink in. I think you start to remember more things, but regardless of that, I just think it's odd that there was no mention, like he said, even with the first dude, of like the chaos and the screaming. Now, I did say maybe you can go tunnel, but I mean, you would still kind of remember something of the chaos, and that would be something you tell in the story. And I also, one of the things that really bothered me about that dude is simply the fact he didn't know how many friends he lost. Or maybe it's that none of them were actually really his friends. Maybe he was that kind of a dude.
Oh, dude.
That he thought they were his friends. 3 of them he was kind of sure about. The other one, not really. I don't know. I'm just saying, I think that
shit always hurts my heart, dude. Even when I was like a kid and you see somebody who kind of like looks like that guy, doesn't really have any friends, is like kind of weird, but there's nothing wrong with them. They're just odd. So they don't have any friends. Those are the people like, dude, that shit breaks my heart, bro. Like, why do you gotta be mean to him?
You would have thought he would have been the shooter.
Exactly. Maybe he was. That's why he didn't know how many people died, because he wasn't sure who he hit.
But I just find it
he doesn't know if he hit 3 or 4 of his friends.
But listen, I mean, the first thing he remembered was dropping his bowling ball.
He paid a lot of money for that ball, dude.
Do we say what we saw or what we think we saw?
That. So my dad was a cop. I've said this before, and he told me about when he was in the academy, They were in just some sort of lecture hall class, right? So they're in the lecture hall. It's like halfway through the semester. And then all of a sudden, when they're in the room, a dude bolts in, has, says, a bunch of shit, something crazy, altercation with the teacher, and then runs out. And then the teacher's like, okay, I want everyone quietly to write down what happened. And then we're going to read the difference in the reports.
And they were all different.
Every single one of them, not one consistent thing through any of the reports. So the police always say the eyewitness testimony is the least credible source, because we always see stuff through our, through the perception of our own lens. What do we care about? What are our priorities? And this dude's priority was his bowling ball. The other Jack dude, his priority was he really wanted, he hadn't bowled a strike or a spare the entire day. So he figured while all this commotion's on, he can run down and knock a couple pins down while no one's looking.
Or maybe he just always wanted to do that like everybody else, like just run down and slide into the pins.
Yeah. Or
and
maybe
this is gonna be the only chance
he
I
was
get to
so
do this.
tired of losing, he called in the gunman to win. Is that over the line for you, dog?
I'm gonna pretend that I didn't even hear what you just said. That's what I'm gonna pretend. Okay.
Is that wrong?
No, but like I said, maybe that's why the dude, and I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just saying maybe he's one of them dudes who thinks he had more friends than he really had.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's why he don't know how many friends he lost. But I think those are certain things I would know. I would know how many friends I lost 4 days later.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like I don't get that he dropped the ball. I would have threw it toward the fucking guy shooting.
I mean, dude, it's not like it's not like it's a tennis ball. You'd have to roll it.
It wouldn't have made. Imagine that. Imagine if everybody would just turned around and just like all bowled at him at the same time. Then he's trying, like he has to jump to like dodge him, or it hits his ankle, and he's like, and he falls, and they all start hitting the ball. The rest of the ball start hitting his head.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a crazy fucking news report. Bowling alley saves the day. Rolling strikes.
Yeah,
it's fucked up, man. But that's just me Monday morning quarterbacking. I'm not saying I would have been smart enough to think of that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been like, bowl his legs. I wouldn't have yelled that out or something like that. Plus, I'm a bad bowler, so I probably would have wound up hitting somebody else who was hiding behind something. We have to connect the dots and come up with a reasonable conclusion. I agree with that. We do. Death by bowling balls. Yo, I mean, I'm sure there's been a death by a bowling ball. Right? Somebody has to have dropped a bowling ball on somebody's head. Purposely, I'm thinking. I'm thinking purposely, but,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sean, you ever seen the movie The Wanderers? In the movie The Wanderers, one of the mob dudes, they're getting hustled bowling.
Police said Monday that they have the weapon, but no suspect in the bizarre death of a man killed by a 14-pound bowling ball that smashed through the windshield of her car. A paint store who sells the ball either find the owner or the maker of the ball, which killed Thomas Hart, a fast food restaurant manager.
Horrible.
The Detroit News was offering a $2,000 reward through its secret witness program.
Damn, 2 G's, that's it.
Hart and his wife Linda were driving to their home in Western Detroit suburb in the early hours of December 4th on a poorly lit roadway. Suddenly, a burgundy-colored bowling ball bounced on the hood of their car and crashed through the windshield.
Why are you laughing?
Striking hard, dude. Because I'm just imagining this bowling ball. Like, dude, what a way to go, dude. That's like Final Destination. You're driving home from a date night with your wife, and the ball bounces.
What kind
goes
of
through the windshield, and the perfect trajectory to take your head off. That is a movie, dude.
That is some old fucking Wile E. Coyote shit. But
yeah, bro.
What kind of a dick?
Acme on the side of the ball?
What year was this, dude? Because you're gonna get us. Look, all I'm saying is that whoever did that, whoever like saw a car coming and decided to chuck, I'm gonna chuck this. Like, what kind of a dick are you?
It was a kid. Obviously, it was a kid. No adult.
What kind of a dick is that kid?
A child.
Who says it was a child? They said it was a child?
Well, they said it was a 14-pound ball. but they said that the ball had small finger holes as if for a kid or a child. But 14 pounds, that's a man's ball, you know?
I got to question that more, man. I want to see if the dude who was the chick in the car, that was his wife.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder, was somebody banging? Was there like some sort of love triangle there? Take him out with a bowling ball?
The ball came from a wooded area because there was no overpasses or anything like that. So they threw it from
he
the
probably
wood.
seen the dude kind of run out and he was like, what the fuck is this? Wow. To go through the windshield, that dude must have been doing some serious speed. Let's go to some comments, man. King Handle says it's a blunt object. You can get busy if needed. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But I'm going to keep it real. I wouldn't have thought to roll it at his feet. Like,
nah, dude. Yeah. If there's shit shooting, bro, you're gone.
I'm just thinking if everyone would have turned and just rolled their bowling balls at him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe he would have jumped to avoid him and then been on top of him and been like, and then like fucking fell and then shot himself. I think it's crazy scenarios. Timor sent us another link. Timor says it's a rated G vid for sure. And bro says some fucking asshole throwing a ball off an overpass. Well, we just found out it was out actually off the side like a deer. Timor says, I think that's Gary's cousin in that vid. Oh my God. What did you send us? Sounds like an insurance job. Yeah, life insurance.
So I was, when you go into the bowling alley, there's a right side and there's a left side.
It's Gary's
right side is where we hold our practice. First 4 lanes when you walk in. That's where the majority of my bowling kids were. I just happened to be
who
on the left side
is letting your kid
one night
guy be your
facilitating a pre-post bowl session where kids can make up for games that they missed, or bowl for games that they're gonna miss.
And then what happens?
I hear the loudest pop I've ever heard in a bowling alley, and it was unnatural. I've been.
You know what's funny is,
what does this say right here, bro?
What's that say?
Choose your weapon: little balls, big balls.
And so is the question of our time. You were saying about nothing consistent, right? But have you noticed something consistent with all 3 of these right off the bat?
What?
Hold on, go back. It says sounds like a show. What's that say?
Facilitating.
And bro says no shit. There's always a right side and a left side.
So what consistencies are you finding?
They all start exactly the same. I heard this loud pop, and they all use the same word. I heard this loud pop. No one says bang. No one says you know, dude, I've seen a lot. Look, I've seen a lot of news in the city where people are around where a gunshot breaks out. And when they talk to them, a lot of times, like, I thought it was firecrackers. I thought it was a car backfiring. I thought, you know.
Well, the first guy said he heard the pop, and he said he thought it was a balloon pop.
Yeah.
A balloon pop.
Yeah, but I'm just saying how they're using the same exact wording. I mean, maybe
it's
just
an assault rifle, not a pistol.
Yeah.
So they would sound different. A pistol would be pop, pop, pop. An assault rifle.
I know.
I mean, it was probably some. It was. I mean, they wouldn't have fully auto.
Fired a bunch of guns. They all sound fucking loud. But regardless, I'm just saying, like, I'm just thinking 3 people in a row, all using the same exact wording.
Yeah.
I heard a pop. I heard a pop. They all keep saying pop. No one's saying anything different. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. That's my conspiratorial mind not believing anything that they tell us. You know, I'm just thinking that we got one dude that don't know how many friends actually died of his. You know, the guy must have fired a warning shot.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah. You make a really good point. Thank you.
It's the first time anybody's ever said that to him. So why don't we should screenshot this and frame it. Frame that comment.
Yeah, and post it on all those people. Go, this guy can't be this stupid. Lauren, what's up?
Lauren,
welcome.
Welcome to
the show. No, I'm just saying, listen, I'm not saying that nothing went on. But going off of what Themore said before, none of them are mentioning the chaos, you know, and they're all just using the same wording. That's all I'm saying. But did we finish watching the rest of that? Let's catch the rest of what he says. What are you doing? Are you with us?
Yeah, I'm with you. I was just looking back at the video over there. Dude, I'm listening, bro.
I'm just asking.
My entire life. It was unnatural. I knew it immediately. Thank God that this guy was having gun malfunctions.
You pretty sure about that, huh?
I'm
Because
100% confident. When I looked around the corner, he was facing me at 30 feet, and
he said this is Gary's cousin.
There's only two reasons you're doing that, right? You're either reloading, right, or you're trying to clear the chamber.
And this is the guy who was
So either
actually in
way,
another
that's
interview.
a moment
This
of,
dude.
let's go.
Right. And were you able to get any eye contact with him or to watch any of his movements?
I saw nothing but neck down and long gun. And the first words out of my mouth were shooter, and follow me. And there just happened to be a huge curtain where they have their candlepin lanes shut down. I saw that curtain as cover. I said, follow me. Half of my group followed me. The other half of my group froze.
He doesn't seem like he's acting,
and
bro.
Barricaded in a corner.
It seems like he's thinking,
from that exit
reacting.
door
I don't trust this guy to the right, but
I
I trust
got everybody out of.
I trust Manny.
Shut up.
I
I
stood
trust Manny
there
Garcia.
and continued to watch into the building because that shooter was either going to continue my way, walking towards that group, and this could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
This could have been a lot worse, Chris.
I mean, look, there's no way to put the right words to how horrible this is for the victims involved, all the families in this community. There's no question. But that is, you heard me.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's go to the comments, man. I don't know what to make of that dude. I don't know what to make of that dude. I just find some of that shit to be weird. Just, I don't know. The descriptions are weird. Don't you feel like those guys are paid actors? I don't know. You know, like I think about that stuff when people say that stuff. It's like it all sounds good, but then you think about what it really takes to pull that off. I don't know. King Handles threw a bunch of caps. I get, you think it's cap? I mean, it could be, you know. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I will say this. I don't watch that feeling convinced. That I'll say. You know, I don't watch that thinking this 100% is what happened or these people were actually whatever. I think I believe the dude with the purple hair the most, the one who wasn't there. Themore said he peeked through the curtain. What's funny is he says, I saw a curtain. I figure that's cover. Yeah, because bullets don't go through curtain. You're behind those bulletproof curtains.
Okay, so there's
one
thing.
One more comment, man. Bro says that's their job to sell a narrative.
So the one thing that
you think? Well, hold on a second. 1 second, Brian.
No,
we're going to the comments.
No, I want to get into the search, and this is the one piece of evidence that we have to hang on to. Is this guy's shirt, right? This guy is supposedly from Lewiston, Maine, correct? He's wearing a Jeep hat, and he has a shirt here that is from a golf course. The golf course says Apple Valley, and it's an apple with 2 golf sticks. This should be something that we can find in and around the Maine area. If this dude is a golfer and this is a real golf course, right?
Look at Brian.
If you're telling me to hold on,
Brian,
I'll
wind up becoming detectives. We're gonna be internet sleuths. You know. But here's the thing: when let's get back to that comment though, where he says it's their job to sell a narrative. But here's the problem that I have: don't they have friends and relatives? You understand what I'm saying? Like that dude, if he's an actor, like Brian's saying, and that a bunch
I'm
of
not
people,
saying that.
Like a bunch of people would say, what about like that dude's friends and family and co-workers before he became this actor? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. You know?
It's peculiar, is it not?
I'm just thinking, like, let's say that dude right there where you're saying, let's say that shirt winds up to be from a totally different place, which he could have got going there to golf.
Of course.
You know, just going there to golf, right?
Mhm.
But
I can't
let's say that shirt gives this dude away. You just found the fucking smoking gun, right?
Uh-huh.
And he's actually from fucking Canada or some shit. Of course, you know, I don't think that, but I'm just saying he's from some other fucking place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't he have friends or relatives or neighbors or somebody who would be like, that dude don't even live out there? I saw him 2 days ago.
Oh, yeah, bro, because they can't suppress information like that. You fucking kidding me, dude? They suppressed the Hunter Biden laptop story on Twitter when everyone knew what was going on right before the election. They suppressed an entire story, dude. We
Good
said
point.
it. They silenced us. You talk to people about it in real life, and they're like, oh, yeah, there's nothing on the laptop. That's fake news. Like,
Good
dude,
point.
it's so easy to suppress information.
But do
It's
you really
so
want to live in a
simple.
world where absolutely nothing is fucking true?
Dog, we're here, bro. We are here, right? Dude, the clips that we're putting out on Instagram, I'm developing and making them through all AI. There is no content on the internet now. Any video you see, there is not a person making it. You read these news articles and you'll see underneath the news article that it was edited by a person and written by AI. We're here, dude. We're here. Everyone thinks it's coming. We're here. It's now, dude. There is zero truth out there, bro. That's why we have such a shitty time doing this fucking podcast sometimes.
You want to know what's so fucking
no
crazy?
Truth.
If you
at
go back,
all.
if you go back to episode 1, Brian was nothing like this. I created a monster. You weren't like
I don't
this.
know, dude. I showed you some photos. I was kind of a monster before.
I
You
don't
enabled
know.
me. You enabled me. You helped me come out of my tinfoil shell.
I apologize. We got a bunch of comments. Bro says, King Handler says, uh-oh, Brian found the smoking gun. He might have. He might have, Rabbit. He might have.
You might, rabbits. You might.
That's pretty good. The devil's in the details. Yes, I agree with that too. He does it for what he believes in. And Jasmine says, I was just going to say, Brian's sounding as crazy as you. Thank you, Jasmine. Shots fired. Brian don't sound crazy. You know, Brian sounds like he's going to question everything that's given to him. And that's scriptural. Question everything. Okay, that's what Brian's doing. He's not making no claims. Well, he made a couple of claims, but, you know.
Unfounded, baseless claims.
Isn't that what we do?
Yeah, it's just like, oh my God, bro. You know, this is really, it's starting to happen now with a lot of people that I was very vocal to about the damn plemic, right? Very, very vocal to. And stuff that me and you had said multiple times over. You're now hearing the same people who are like, oh, you know, they would never do that. Test chemicals. No. It's nature effective. I'm like,
That's
wait,
the
so
worst.
you're telling me that I told you this 3 years ago and you said I was a fucking nut?
Asshole, idiot.
Of course it's
Dick.
safe. Of course they
Dick.
tested it. Why would the government ever
Skinny
lie to us?
fucking sock full of nickels. You ain't shit. You're a fucking dummy. How did you go to college? How did you make it into college? You dumb fuck.
You're
believing in all
dangerous.
these-
You're dangerous.
You know,
You're dangerous.
You're skinny.
Misinformation that doesn't agree
know,
with the
you need to eat
World
more.
Health Organization, which is a puppet of fucking China.
You're not
dog.
that good looking unless we compare you to your old pictures.
And dude, this is I was you're a dick. I was thinking about this last night, dude, and I really can't decide. Are you done? Are you done? Should I mute him? Should I mute him? So this is what I want to know.
You got hair, otherwise you have a real funny shaped head. Your nose is oddly bigger than your face.
Internet I need help with this question. Am I actually really dumb or really smart? That is something I can't figure out. I don't know if everyone else around me is stupid.
Why can't you be both?
Or I'm really smart. That dude, that's
well,
what I'm trying to figure out, dude.
Filled with idiots, the wise man is the dummy.
Is that what it is, bro? Who said that? Is that your quote, or is that some quote from something?
I'm sure it must have been said before I just said that.
In a world full of idiots, what is it?
I said in a world full of idiots, the wise man is the dummy. But I'm sure it's some sort of form of that must have been said. I couldn't have just made that up. I mean, I could have, but I doubt I did. You know, it's probably some George Orwell quote or some shit.
Bertrand Russell.
Who's that?
Dude, you don't know who Bertrand Russell is?
No.
Dude, the original Batman, Bertrand Russell.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Get out of here. He said that?
Yeah. The whole problem with the world is that fools and fanatics are always so certain of themselves, and wise people are so full of doubts.
That's not what I said.
It's similar. And I'm sorry, that's the original Alfred, not the original Batman.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I don't remember that Batman. That's not what I said. I'm going to claim that. Put it on a shirt. Stamp it, put it on a shirt. The Tartarians helped the police find the shooter. I believe that. I believe that. King Handler says Brian is a paid Tartarian agent, can't be trusted. I believe that too, King Handles. Bro says we're just getting better wisdom. I would hope. A wise man remains teachable. I agree with that too. Batman was Adam West. That's why. Yes, right, bro. Tell him.
No, yeah, I mean, I know that, but
no, apparently you didn't, because you just tried to sell that old man as the original Batman to us. Okay.
Alfred, the original Alfred. Didn't kind of look like Alfred.
And that's not what I said. So I say I would say I don't know, what's the verdict? Did I make that up? Because that's not what I said.
I'm gonna say that is a loose adaptation of what you said.
I don't even know who that man is. I don't remember him ever once bringing Batman a drink. There was a comedian, right, that was talking about Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about Alfred, and he goes, you ever start to think how fucked up it is that Alfred, after his parents got murdered, right, took him in, continued to raise him, had his back, bought him, he's the one who basically became his father, and he still kept him as his fucking butler. And then he goes, I love you like a father, Alfred, but the car's not going to clean itself.
That's great.
Kind of minds I have to fuck with in New York City. You know what I'm saying? People who think of shit like that. I think that's brilliant. I never even stopped to think how fucked up that is, that Batman kept him as a fucking butler. Meanwhile, the dude raised him. He's basically his father.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, that's fucking great shit. Lemore says, the last of the great interviews I have seen.
So this is that same dude. This is the guy in that Apple Valley shirt.
So there was two things going on there that I was aware of. One, there was deaf children and youth bowling. There was a lot of kids there.
Deaf children.
Bob
First
Violet,
I've heard that.
Kenny Moore, just to name a couple.
So they probably just kept bowling.
Helping coach these children. And then on our side,
that's fucked up.
the Apple Valley.
Sorry.
Is this the sign for shooter in the building?
I'm sorry. I want to cry for that comment, man. Listen, don't cancel me. I'll cancel myself right now. 10,
I think. Unfortunately for our league specifically, we were near the closest exit of the back of the building. So when the shot was fired, the first time I turned around and I was 30 feet from the suspect, and
that's the same as that other guy said. 30 feet.
He had his assault rifle.
Your cousin.
Kind of pointed down at the ground, and he was looking around sort of like in a panic, and you could tell that maybe he had some sort of a weapon malfunction.
That's another thing the guy said too, when he said
or
Well, this
long
is the
gun
dude who was
pointed
standing
down.
there with him.
Yeah, but the dude in the shirt said, all I saw was from the neck down. He had the long gun pointed down. He made the same movements that dude just made. And I'm just thinking about what you said, how you said there's no consistency. These dudes seem to be pretty consistent with their story. But go ahead.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Right. The consistency is the problem. All right. I think I'm good on this for now.
Yeah, so
You?
am I, man. I'm good on that, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the sign language lady. So Batman was a narcissist. Oh, of course. Of course. Too precise. He looks like CIA.
He does look like CIA, bro. He does.
Yeah, I mean, King Anderson says the Eyewitness podcast coming soon. I respect their pivot.
He needs to be a roast writer, King Handles.
I don't know, man. There was something I wanted to talk about.
Dude, we have big breaking news about Howard Stern.
It's not breaking.
It is breaking, dude, because nobody is talking about it. And we are going to break it here on the show on Halloween for Howard Stern's best Halloween costume he has ever had in his entire life.
I want to make one thing clear. One, we got this off of YouTube. Okay? That's one. Don't show it yet. Leave it right there.
Okay.
Don't show it. Now some people probably are going to remember this if you were a fan of him. Okay? Me personally, I was never a fan of this dude. Okay, I was never a fan of this dude. That doesn't mean I wouldn't have liked to have been bored on his show once, but I was never a fan of him. I never really found him funny. That shock jock shit, eating fucking hot dogs out of fucking people's asses and shit. Never did it for me.
Little tacky.
I just didn't look. Whatever, man. I'm not gonna knock the man's hustle. What he was.
You're
doing.
not anti-Israel, are you, G? Is that what you're saying?
But no.
Okay, I'm just checking.
No, Israel has a right to defend itself. Another talking point. When I hear things repeated the same exact way all the time, I start to get a little leery. But either way, here's the thing. Okay, so recently, this motherfucker Howard Stern came out and he's talking about how now he's woke. Now he's part of the agenda so that motherfuckers don't go and cancel his dumb ass the way. And he was going up against Russell, talking about Russell Brand, and he was talking about how like people who, he was just fucking talking about people who are against transgenderism, were idiots and this and that. And he's pro-vaccine.
This is September 20th, 2023.
Yeah, just recently. And he said, I'm a woke motherfucker, right? And that's because he doesn't want to get canceled. Straight up. And the fact of the matter is, I am actually afraid to show this video. I really don't want to show this video. But I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, me and Brian have gotten taken down off YouTube. We got a strike against us, which was about to go away until today. Because I'm pretty sure this is going to get pulled. I mean, we're 2 hours deep, so hopefully nobody watches this shit that deep. But yeah, I'm a little afraid. Should we play it in its entirety? I don't think we should.
I think we should show a segment, but I also have the audio from Howard Stern telling off the critics in his woke. I think we should play that first.
Play that first.
I think we should. I think we should do the setup. And
yes,
now
this is what got me pissed. I ain't even gonna lie.
Okay, so this is from his Sirius show, right? So Howard Stern is woke and proud. The radio host confronted his critics this week on Sirius XM via Mediate when he caught wind of claims that he's not good anymore because he's woke. So let's play.
Say he's woke now. I'm anti-Trump, pro-transgender. I am woke, mother.
Oh, this is just an AI reading the
article. AI repeating what he said. There's a video of it. Go to videos. There's a video of him.
There you go. I'll wait till the ad is it runs.
Find a video of it. There's a clip.
Yeah. That's what I.
Yeah, I'm just saying once again, there's not a lot of things that I care about and that I'm afraid to put on this shit, but this shit is fucking. I didn't find it funny at all. It's old. It's from I think. what was it, 2012 or something like that? Maybe even.
Here you
It
go.
was right after Whoopi Goldberg. All right, yeah, here we go.
Fan, and I started, but how he goes, yeah, but Howard is woke now. I hear that a lot. That I'm not good anymore because I'm woke. My whole career I've been hearing.
Maybe Metamucil is woke. Stop eating it.
Yeah. By the way, I kind of take that as a compliment that I'm woke. I'll tell you how I feel about it.
To
me, the opposite of woke is being asleep. And if woke means I can't get behind Trump, which is what I think it means, or that I support people who want to be transgender, or I'm for the vaccine, well, dude, call me woke as you fucking want. I'm not for stupidity. I ran out Friday morning. I was over at CVS. Thank you, CVS. I went over there 9 a.m. and got myself that new vaccine for COVID.
Because you're a dick.
Fucking science. This fucking country is so great. You can get it for free. I mean, everyone can get it for free except me. I had to pay for it because for some reason my fucking insurance, they take your insurance card and they go, oh, your insurance for some reason doesn't. I go, I got the shittiest fucking.
How did you wind up with a bad policy? What's wrong with you?
You're telling me the guy who's worth $1 billion.
What?
Yeah.
You want to keep going or are you good?
No, I'm good with that alone. I like that he said, I'm not for stupidity. You heard him say that? I'm not for stupidity. So basically, we're stupid because we think mutilating children is wrong. And we think that the world was better. Our country was better 4 years ago or 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And we think that not being in war is a good thing. So we're idiots. He's woke as a motherfucker. It says when it's bro says when it suits them, they are whores bought and paid for.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean, and this will prove it right here. I mean, all right, man. Listen, this. If you're easily offended, then shut us off right now. I mean, this isn't going to be up much longer. So whatever, man. But let's see the video.
Too, but I downloaded it because I don't think it's going to be on much longer.
This is on YouTube.
You ready?
Yeah.
Our next pair of judges couldn't be with us in the studio tonight. They're celebrating the new year from a secret location. Here they are, Hollywood's oddest couple, Ted Danson and Whoopi Goldberg, via satellite transmission.
Well, how are you doing there, Missy Robin Quibble? Robin, Whoopi is a whole lot prettier after you drunk a couple of bottles of this here malt liquor.
Drink on, honey.
With every sip, you get better and better, baby. Your snatch smell like a kingfish.
I didn't write that.
Ted, I must say that I can't believe you're still in blackface after the Friars Roast controversy.
Oh, hush up. I hate blackface. I just can't get this shit off. Besides, Whoopi done wrote everything I'm going to say here tonight, so it's all right. Ain't that right, you smelly nigga?
I didn't write that.
Yeah, you is a smelly nigga.
Whoa!
I got some more jokes for your New Year's Eve party.
What? That's Ted Danson saying that, dude. Right?
No, that's fucking Howard Stern.
Which one's Howard Stern and which one's Ted Danson? Because they're
Howard Stern is in the blackface,
pretending to be Ted Danson,
pretending to be Ted Danson, and that's George Jefferson
being
pretending
Whoopi
to
Goldberg.
be. And I got a problem with him too. Like, what the fuck was he doing?
This is New Year's Eve, 1994.
What? Even in '94, I don't give a fuck. Even in '94, who the fuck thought that shit is funny?
Oh.
And dude, it gets worse.
I'm sure, dude. They just dropped 2 N-bombs in the first 20 minutes.
It
20
gets
seconds.
Worse.
And dude, they have a
I don't
black
even wanna
girl
go
in the
further
front
than
hosting it, dude.
Oh no, she gets upset at him because he says it to her, and she's like, they don't even show her face. She's like, don't pull that shit toward me. But yes, she's
You're not tired of this.
And don't be racially offended, because Whoopi done wrote them for me, okay? Here we go.
ahead.
Black hole.
Black hole.
You're going to love this. Hey, look at that. What do I loves most about the Whoopi? Yeah.
That sure has great timing.
Hey, Robin, what does you call a black rocket scientist?
I don't know,
A
Ted.
nigger. Whoopi.
Bro, where was he putting this?
This is on This is allowed on YouTube. But if I say that I don't trust the government, I get taken down. This is the dude that's woke, you know, and that hasn't gotten canceled. You know, insane. And what was Sherman Helmsley doing over there? Thank you, bro. What was Sherman Helmsley doing on that shit as well? In a dress, nonetheless. Insane, man. That's allowed on YouTube. How many views? A couple of how many views on that shit?
340,000 or 390,000.
390,000 views. And how long has it been up?
9 years.
9 fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
And we get taken down because we show some clips of some doctors that don't agree with what they're saying. And they take our shit down. We're dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. I'm not going to show any more of it. It gets worse. It gets fucking worse than that. Hollywood been propagating this crap forever. That shit is insane, dog. And no one's talking about that. Whoopi got her ass. And that's the thing. First of all, they're doing that because Whoopi Goldberg and Ted Danson went to some fucking thing and he was in blackface. Okay? They're just, you know, they're making fun of that, which that to me, not for nothing, wasn't funny at fucking all.
It was a roast.
At all.
It was a roast. That was what they were making fun of. Remember when Ted Danson wore blackface to roast Whoopi Goldberg?
Oh yeah. I wonder if they probably don't got a video of that. But you know, and now she's on The View talking shit, talking all that propaganda bullshit. I used to like Whoopi, man. Back in the day, I liked Whoopi when she was singing with the fucking the church and shit and all that shit. I liked her. That bitch is horrible. She's a horrible human being. Okay? A horrible human being. Just nothing more than a mouthpiece for the fucking left. Her and all those cackling fucking trollops on The View.
So do you think there's a possibility that Stern making fun of Danson? But it doesn't really seem like that. Dude,
he drops the N-word at least 7 more times after that. He uses I don't know if it's spelled with a K or a C word. You know, sounds like moon. The dude is horrible. And then he drops his pants and starts to grind on fucking, I mean, go to the very end of it.
Let me try to cue it up first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go to cue up to the very end, like right when it's almost over.
Yeah, give me.
Bro says, so it's safe to say we won't see you guys till next year or Christmas.
So what part do you want when he stands up?
Yeah, when he gets up. Because he talks about how he's going to go and bang Whoopi. I mean, this dude's allowed to get away with this shit. And you're right, bro. You probably won't see us till, unless y'all remember Rumble. When this gets taken down, remember, Rumble still lets other people say the N-word. We didn't say it.
That should be the tagline.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't say it. I didn't say it. That's on YouTube. No, you got to go all the way to the end, man.
And I love you, you fat lip little baboon.
Oh, and I love you, blue-eyed Frankenstein.
Honey, let me see your pussy. It am scary.
Oh,
come on, spread your legs. I'm gonna pull down my pants. Come on, spread them wider. Spread them wider, baby. Yeah, baby, your pussy am scary. I'll tell you that, boy.
Yeah. That's Howard Stern. When you're going to talk to people about when someone's going to give me their opinion about what they think about anything, yeah, I'm going to remember that. Keep your opinions to yourself, Howard. Sorry. And all the billions of followers that he had that thought that was entertaining. At what point? Never was that ever entertaining.
Well, it might have been entertaining in 1845 in Alabama.
Maybe, but it wasn't 90. What was it? 94?
Yeah, New York in 94, dog?
I don't think that was funny in 94. It's not funny now. Now, back in the day, you know, he's a shock jock. That's what he does. The best thing to do is just stop watching him, and there you go. You know what I'm saying?
And dude, just look at all of the other things they have in here. They have this.
Oh yeah, he says that's his
mammy
mother.
Character
in the video. He
40
says
ounce
that's his mother, a 40 ounce
fried chicken. They have the stable boy that these people used to put these out in front of their houses.
Yep, I know.
Like a lamp.
Yep, and they got the mammy. That's what it looks like over there on the top left. The picture behind the left. Yeah, that looks like, you know, what's the name? Al Jolson. Mammy. Is that Al Jolson? I'm not sure. But either way, I mean, come on, man. Come on. If we're gonna go back, like they went back on us. They went back on us to episode fucking, I don't even know, 15 or some shit, and decided to strike us now. We're going to go back and we're going to charge people for crimes they did back in the day to today's standards. What the fuck is up with that, Howard? This is what happened. This is what happens when you don't invite me to your show. This is what happens when you don't give a motherfucker a little airtime. You know who I wouldn't do that to? If I found some shit like that, you know who I wouldn't do that to? JoJo and Scotty. Why? Because they give me airtime, baby. Every Monday, 7 o'clock in the morning. Catch me on the JoJo and Scotty show. 100.7 WZXL. South Jersey's rock station.
If anybody has any incriminating photo or video evidence of me and Gary, this is the perfect time for you to hit me up. We're booking Tuesdays and Thursdays in perpetuity for anybody that has any dirt on us that wants to come out.
You can't have dirt on me. Blackface has always been entertaining and viewed as disrespectful for certain demographics. It is disrespectful. It really is. And the funny thing is, you know what's so funny though? In when what's his name did it, where are you going? What's going on over here? Look at this fucking fidgety fuck.
Dude, my fucking wire got caught underneath the seats, underneath my seat. I was strapped up. What were you saying?
I was responding to the comment about blackface, and I'm saying it's always been disrespectful. The only one who actually got away with it was Robert Downey Jr. when he did what was the name of that movie?
Tropic Thunder.
And that's because, like, it wasn't like he did blackface. You know, blackface is that shit where you go completely real dark, big lip type shit.
Right, the white lips.
White, you know what I'm saying? That's
he like looked black.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It was kind of hard to tell, dude. It was good.
And for the movie, yeah. And for the
movie.
And
see, the same thing with the trans. If I saw that in real life, I'd say that's a black man. Not somebody identifying as a black man. I'd say that's a black man.
Yeah,
he went the full switch.
You pick him at least second on your basketball team if you were choosing up sides, right? Because we don't know how tall he is. You could take that comment down because just reading blackface for 45 minutes seems to make me uncomfortable. But I'm just saying it is disrespectful no matter what. And listen, my attitude is very simple. If he got away with that already, then fuck it, he got away with it. You know, what are you going to do now? But we're living in a society where all the things you do, all your transgressions from the past seem to have to come back to haunt you. Is that the way you want to live? You want to live in a society where when you were fucking getting away with shit and now you realize you can't, so you change, they're going to go back to when you was allowed to get away with the shit? That's like arresting me for every bag of boom I ever sold when it was illegal that I got away with. You know what I'm saying? Now.
Bloom? I've never heard that before.
No, I said boom.
Oh, boom.
Yeah. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Now they're going to come and be like, oh, you sold a lot of drugs back in the day. We're going to arrest you. We know you got away with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but my thing with that too is just, I don't like you, Howard. All right. It was Old English.
Old English. The shape of the bottle gave it away.
Yeah. And no, also the color that was, they could see the side band, the color of it. It had that, what was that? Burgundy. Yes, Brian, the old bait and switch. Yeah, man. So Howard Stern gets off fucking rated G. Fuck you, shout out for not backing fucking Russell, instead going with them and talking about what he got coming to him. You got to think.
I don't know if we can really use that sound effect.
You all must reap what we sow. Yeah, we're probably not allowed to use that sound effect, right?
It was actually recorded in Maine.
Man, yo, this is it. This is it, man. I really liked doing the show. We got past much more episodes than I thought we were ever going to get out. And we guys will catch you on Rated Z when this one goes down. It's not like they're going to shut us up. They'll just shut us down, and then we'll have to like just start from scratch again.
We'll just call it Rated G. G-E-E.
Rated OG.
Rated G.
Wouldn't that be G?
What's with an H? G. G.
English language is so stupid.
G. Rated NA. Rated X.
You know, I don't know, man. That shit right there I found to be very disturbing.
Bro, when you sent that to me, I was like, what?
It's on there. It's very
fuck are we watching?
It's insane, right?
Yeah.
And that's on YouTube. You know?
It's age restricted, but it is on YouTube. Just like our channel.
And what about the other video with the kid I sent you? Little, what's the name? Little RT, that little kid.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's ridiculous too. This little kid's got to be like 7 years old and talking all this crazy gangster stuff in the video, and that's promoted and that's allowed on YouTube. Makes you question, you know, what's their agenda? What are they pushing? You know, and I love YouTube. I'm glad I'm on it for the moment. But yeah, this kid, what's his name? Little RT.
Yeah. I don't want to show the whole thing because it's
and it's horrible too. That's the funny thing.
The video,
but the
is
video
well done. It's like crazy well done, you know? It's like exploitation, dude.
He says she gonna suck a dick. That's what he just said. She gonna suck a dick. I mean, first of all, the kid could barely talk. You know, bro said, see you next year. The kid could barely fucking talk, and he's illiterate. They have some video. No, they have a video where he looks at a paper and he goes, I'm only 7. I can't read this shit. And I'm thinking, you're 7 and you can't read? Does that seem weird? When did you start reading?
Dude,
He said 11. I think he said 11.
I was
Might
reading.
be 11.
No. He's way younger than 11. I was reading before I even got to kindergarten.
How do you know, man?
What do you mean, how do I know? I was there, dummy.
No, how do you know he's much younger than 11?
I mean,
black people age better than white people. For all we
I
know,
think if anybody's going to know the age of an underage boy, it is going to be me.
That's true. I'll give you that. You win. Oh, there. This is it.
The fuck did it say? I'm on
9.
Yeah, that seems like it was a joke, though.
9. Nah, I don't think so. Did you hear the way he talks? 9 years old. He should have been a little clearer on the mic, man. Look, you're putting the kid out there. He's promoting nothing but violence and shooting. You know what I'm saying? In the lyrics, he's talking about shooting cops. He's talking about the kid can't even get a boner. He's talking about bitches sucking his dick, and he can't even get up.
Well, he might be able to get a boner, but he might not be able to come. That's the difference.
No,
you can get a.
Oh yeah. Why wouldn't he be able to come then?
Because his balls haven't dropped.
They have to drop to come.
Mm-hmm.
I thought if they were just up there, it comes out quicker.
No,
less distanced.
Mm-mm.
I thought the reason
it
why
takes
I had
longer
less
to
distance,
come, and that's why people like little kids.
I thought
because of
the reason
endurance.
why I had less distance now is because my balls hang lower, so it comes from a lower source of gravity. It takes
That is
longer.
that is true for you.
You know, when my balls were up tuck, I used to shoot across the room.
Yeah, but they
Now they
were
hang to
they were
right behind
lower It's like a point of diminishing returns. You know, too high, not good. Too low, too good. You need them just right. You know, kind of like Goldilocks and the 3 balls.
72. Goldilocks and the 3 balls. That was good. All right, every now and then it's something funny. Hold on, man. You're just running through shit, man. Go up. 3 more. What is this? What is what? What is this?
That
What
was
is,
the video. The video.
oh, the video. Yeah, that's right.
Little RT.
The cut of the jib. What's up, cut of the jib? Welcome back. See you in a minute. Poop is stored in the butt cheeks. Comment of the day. Bro says Thug Life Kid is going to be a star. Oh yeah, in the penitentiary. Does anybody think that kid is not going to end up in jail or dead? I think his mother's the one that's managing the whole thing.
It's definitely not his father.
That's good, man. That's good, man. You're getting good.
Thank you.
You're getting good.
I'm trying to learn.
I'm not good enough to be on stage or nothing, but like, you know, maybe one day I'll help out. You could be a writer for me or something.
I told you, bro. Anytime you want to use any of my material, go ahead.
I already do. You just don't get paid for it. P. Moore says, y'all are on point. Cringe content at its finest. Thank you. I can't imagine what will come after Blackface and 9-year-old rapper talking PJs. Where do we go from here, right?
And we also started with a mass shooting. Mass shooting, Blackface, 9-year-old blowjobs.
Well,
getting blowjobs, not giving them, right?
Bro says, no, G, that's called aging welcome.
Yeah, welcome to aging. He's saying welcome to aging.
Oh. He will end up broken white like Michael Jackson. Fucking thing. It's always
it switched again. It switched.
Oh, fucking fag.
I wonder if it's you got a loose cable or something over there. You know, that happens when you get older. The things just don't stay where they're supposed to stay anymore. You got a little bit of a sag. The wire doesn't fit into the hole anymore. You know, that hole's a little loose just from putting it in and pulling it out for so long. It kind of just stretches out all the coils and the wires, and then you're wondering, what else can you do? Is there some sort of medication or something that you can get put on to help prevent your aging? So you start looking into testosterone replacement therapy. You start looking into the honey. You start looking into Viagra. But either way, you figure it, you still have old wires. Your gear is old. The wires are old. You just don't have anything left in the tank. And no matter how much you melt down that copper, you melt down that silver, you try to get some reverse magnetism back into that wire, it will not be the same as it was when it was fresh. That is why
can you hear me right now?
I can, but it just doesn't sound that good.
This shit got me blowing on it like a Nintendo game.
You need a little RT over there.
Ridiculous.
Get those little hands and the little mouth on it.
Oh, dude, man, what the fuck, man? Why do you have to talk? What the fuck is going on with this fucking thing, man? I don't know, man. Where'd you go? Why do you keep switching off, you fucking little bitch?
How old are you, bro? No, G, that's he has a major loose screw. Will suck cock to get his mic fixed. I like the focus.
I like the focus on the struggle.
Yeah, it sounds okay. I mean, we can muddle through. It's not bad.
He has
you can't just like change
screw.
You can't just change the settings in StreamYard, change your mic input, or no? It doesn't let you do that? Or is it not recognizing it? Is that the problem? If you go to the settings.
I'm going to the settings. What do you think I'm doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this episode of teaching senior citizens how to use technology,
Dude, first
hosted
of
by
all, I know how
yours
to use
truly, Brian T. Licata, a 32-year-old white male who is helping elder minorities getting through their issues with technology. Catch us next week when Brian
fuck
picks people
yourself.
up and takes them to the doctor's office.
Look, it's not my fault the shit ain't working. It's the wire, I guess, man. You know, I know how to
Now
fucking
you're
plug a
vid-
mic
now
in.
you're vid- now you well, apparently not.
Punch you in your throat.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Go ahead. Go get it. What do you got? You ain't got shit. You ain't got shit.
Dude,
What?
with a neck like
Huh?
yours, I'm
What?
sure you've been punched in your
What?
throat before. I'm sure you've been
No, I
punched in
got-
your throat before. With that neck, I don't even think they did it purposely. I think they were aiming for your face and they just hit your neck. With that height
It's a
and that
bigger
long
target.
ass neck, I'm pretty sure you've been punched in your throat before. Yeah. Fuck.
Rated G is officially a charity helping elderly minorities.
That's why you got to buy that merch so a motherfucker can fix his cords.
Speaking of which, if you want to support the show, head on over to
As obviously we need.
head on over to briantlicata.com/shop. Pick yourself up a mug. This one actually kind of looks like Howard Stern. We got shirts, we got hoodies, we got t-shirts, we got jackets, zip-ups, sweatpants, shorts, beer mugs, my personal favorite, the shorts. I love the shorts. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the holidays are coming up, and if you feel you need to start doing some team building, let's just say in the office, right? Say you work in an office. It's not a big company, but a small to mid-sized company.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just noticing that there's a lot of gaps, right? The team building hasn't been working. And you were thinking about maybe doing an outing. You were going to go bowling, but
that doesn't sound like a
really
great idea
seem-
anymore.
They're coming out with the new Batman out in Colorado, but you're like, yeah, maybe we should
Might pass on the Batman.
Yeah, I might pass on the Batman. And then you thought about going to Columbine High School to maybe just seeing something in the theater, but you were like, you know what? I don't think that's a good idea. This is what we
What
suggest.
are we gonna do?
You need to go to xxplayground.com. It's the only adult communication tool that will actually help your team work more efficiently.
Yeah,
Right?
it's all inclusive. It's inclusive. Anyone could play. Get to know your neighbor by rolling the dice and getting fist deep in the person who's in the cubicle next to you. Go to xxplayground.com and this Christmas, copy your loved one, your office for an office party. Great if you're going to a drag queen reading hour. And you want to throw something afterwards, after the book, you pick up XXX Playground and teach them kids what's better, spit or lube. King Handle says, but do you have blackface paint and malt liquor?
Sold separately.
Sold separately. You gotta love it.
And also a big shout out to Jay Witt over at enditwasgood.net. He's putting out some cool videos. He's got a little store over here too. Shout out to my boy Jay Witt, and congratulations, my friend, on the birth of your first child.
Oh.
Shout out to you and your lovely
shout out. Yeah, baby. And if you haven't listened to it yet, man, go check out my boy Adam Gable's album released on he's trying to get everyone to go to Spotify. So go to Spotify, Adam Gable, Gabel, and check out None of This Is True. Me and Brian were there for the recording of it. It's a great fucking recording. And if you haven't checked mine out, feel free to do that too. It's on YouTube. Check out You Did Not See Me Here Tonight. Filmed during the peak of the pandemic when everybody else was closed. We were open and still doing comedy. So yeah, that's what.
Dude, I watched a little bit of that last night. It's still pretty good, dude.
I hate it.
I know you might not like your material, but from a production end, dude, for $0,
for $0,
it was pretty fucking fire, dude.
And I mean, when you put it in perspective, that's the first time I said most of those jokes.
Yeah,
which is why I really don't like it, because I know what those jokes went on to become,
right?
And how polished and how much more expanded all that shit became. You know, so that's another reason why I don't like it. But the views don't hurt. You don't even have to listen to it. Just play it in the background, you know, turn off the volume. Watch me jump around like an idiot. You know, you ever watch any of those videos where they take out the music and they just like overdub? Hold on, I gotta send this to you, man. I don't know what it is, but I can't stop watching these, man. They have me dying laughing. I don't know what it is. You're gonna think I'm a dick. They do these videos where they take out the fucking music, right? I'm sending it to Brian Licata. They take out the music and then they overdub the voices.
Okay.
And I can't. They do it to all kinds of things. They did it to the Rolling Stones dancing in the streets with David Bowie and Mick Jagger. And check this one out. This is one of my favorites. This is Cardi B and 6ix9ine. If you haven't seen it, I don't know what it is. They have me dying laughing.
Call me master. Real what? Tripping like a star. They get nervous when it's Nikki on the roster. Well, still.
I can't stop watching those shits, dog. They're fucking stupid, but I don't know what it is, man.
That's great, dude.
Yo, I
can't, great.
I can't stop watching these things. Hold on. I got two, but I'm only gonna send you one more. I'll send you one more. I'll send you the new song. Have you heard the new song with Mick Jagger and Lady Gaga?
No.
Well, you're gonna love it. I can't. I'm so stupid. I don't know why this stuff is so much fun to me, man. But I keep, and of course, since I started watching them, they just keep popping up on my feed now.
So when she's gone, never more. Yes, sure. I said, oh, devil, now.
Whoever does these things, man, God bless you. God bless you. See, that's needed. To me, that's needed. Just some dumb shit. You don't have to think about it. You know, in a world like today where everything is so deep and so crazy and you can't believe anything, it's nice to have something stupid like that you can go to and just be like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen, but for some reason it makes me laugh. You know,
that's probably what people say about our show.
You know, that shit is funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I always like the bad lip reads too, you know?
Those are cool.
Yep.
Just like home. Yeah, no doubt, yo. Yo, man, I got a lot of heat for that clip you put up.
Oh, the Christians.
Yeah, saying that Catholics aren't Christians. Listen, man, I'm just going by what I was raised Catholic.
Should we play the clip? So the people who are watching, I mean, we're about to talk about it, you know.
Yeah, I guess you could play the clip. I got a lot of slack for it online, which is cool. I mean, listen, it promoted conversation. And I want to give a shout out to the commenters who did not agree with me, but were very respectful in their not agreeing with me. Nobody was like, "You're a dick," you know what I'm saying? Like they do in all the other comments. You know, this one actually promoted at least it promoted some sort of conversation. You know. And that's what we should not be afraid to do. They say they're Christian.
Oh, what Catholics?
Catholics say they're Christians.
Yes. Yeah.
And Christians are like, they're not Christians because they're not. Christianity don't need priests. You know what I'm saying? Christianity doesn't have priests. You don't need to confess your sins to a priest. You confess your sins to God through the blood of Jesus Christ if you're saved. That gives you the connection now. There's no longer a connect that you need a priest to go between y'all. And if you want to keep it real, priests only supposed to come from the bloodline of Aaron. So I don't even accept those people to be real priests. You know what I'm saying? Now, They say so. That's the clip. You know, a very short clip and a very long conversation. So it could be taken any way you want. The comments is just people making their arguments. There was really nothing. Like I said, they didn't diss. It was just it created a lot of conversation, and there was a bunch of people saying that Catholics are the true Christians.
Yeah, like this guy says right here. This first comment says, "Dude, read the Gospels and not just St. Paul's letters. Read what Jesus says and does to his apostles. He gave them power to forgive sins in the Gospel of John. Read your whole Bible, brother, and get the full story."
All right, hold on. Since you're gonna read it, I don't want you to comment to him. I'm not gonna comment to him.
Oh, I'd say
no. I'm commenting right now.
Listen live.
Oh,
listen live. We are responding. Meow.
This dude likes to just be like whatever. But I mean, listen. The fact of the matter is, I have read the whole entire Bible, including the long ass book of Numbers, which is one of the hardest reads in the Bible.
Especially for someone who's not that good at math.
And yeah, I mean, it's just this person begot this person, begot that person, begot this person. You know, it's just about a long lineage of fucking. But the fact of the matter is that I have read the whole Bible, and when it comes to Catholicism, first of all, apostles and priests are not the same. That's first of all.
Is that what they're saying in here?
No. Well, he's saying that the apostles were, because I said you don't go to a priest to get your forgiveness. He said the apostles forgave sin. Right.
Oh yeah, here you go. You don't need to confess your sins to a priest. Yeah, the Bible and Jesus 100% disagree with that statement. Have you read the Bible?
Where does it say? Where does the Bible disagree with that? You know what I'm saying? I would love for them to give me the scripture of where it says that we need to go to a priest. You know, and another thing too is priests and apostles are not the same, and there are no more whatchamacallit, really apostles. Not really. No, I'm sorry. If you weren't hand selected by Jesus, you could be a preacher, a minister, all kinds of things. But an apostle, there were 12 of them, you know. And the fact of the matter is,
dumpy,
the priest,
sleepy,
priest, they said,
dopey,
exactly. Yeah, you know, happy, grumpy, exactly.
I think you would be grumpy and I would be dopey. I think those would be, if we were dwarves, you would be grumpy and I would be dopey.
Yeah,
not dumb dopey, but like dopey. You know,
is my mic still on or is it fucked up?
No, it's on. I'm just not listening to what you're saying.
No, listen, this is what I was gonna say, man. For those people who say that priests forgive sin or somehow intercede for you, do you really think that if you do something like, you know, you go in there and say, I cheated on my wife with her sister, do you really think?
Really? Are you serious, bro?
That would be what the priest says, right?
You dog.
Yeah, but do you really think, right, that the 7 Hail Marys and 4 Our Fathers that you say afterwards make up for it all?
No, dude, it's a puppet of control, dog.
Come on, man.
That's what it is. It's control. It's control,
come on, man.
It's control.
Bro says you infidel. The infidel. I know, man. You ain't gotta apologize. Come at me, dog. It's all fun and games. Demar says the Pope is the only one who can save you and Catholics. The Pope. And that's the funny thing. Someone else go back to the comments because I forgot what someone else wrote. Someone else wrote something about, like, you know, how other people are changing their doctrines. You mean the way the Catholics are trying to say it's okay to be gay now? And how the Catholics are trying to say, and listen, it's not okay to be gay the same way it's not okay for me to be fornicating. So, you know, don't sit there and come here and say, oh, you know, you hate gay people. Then I also hate myself because I'm a fornicator. Okay? So before you start throwing shit around like, oh, you know, how dare I say that? I didn't say that. God said it. Are they saying that God now is out of touch? He's out of touch with today's times? Or maybe we just become so fucking sinful and given over to our own sinful lust and desires that, you know, that now God has become our enemy, not mine. You know, believe me, I'm not one to judge anybody because I know that I'm just a piece of shit myself. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to lower the bar and stand next to a bigger piece of shit than me.
You're not. You're not. You're
dude,
actually
you don't know the things I
actually
say about you after we fucking finish this podcast. Themore says New Testament came first, then the Old Testament. then the Torah and Quran, written by the same group of people in the last few hundred years. Nah, the New Testament did not come first. The Old Testament is really the Torah, and that came before the New Testament. The New Testament came with Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And the New Testament doesn't get rid of the Old Testament. In fact, what it does is it fulfills it. It fulfills every the New Testament shows that every single sign was fulfilled. Everything that was what do they call the word? What's the word I'm looking for, dude? Help me out here. Prophesized. You know. Timor says, yeah, but you forget everything you know is a lie. Well, see, I would disagree with that in the sense of everything that they might have taught me was a lie, but everything I know to be true because I actually lived it.
Well,
so when it comes to things of God, like I didn't find God in church. I didn't find God reading the Bible. I didn't find God I found God in the room with a 357, you know, on my side and crying tears because, you know, when you come face to face with God, you know what I'm saying? You realize how much of a piece of shit you are. And it's only because you're standing next to something so pure, so white, so holy. You know what I'm saying? That you realize all your stains. You know, it's like we spoke about before. If you're decked out, if you go to a P. Diddy party, one of P. Diddy's white parties, and you get a little spot of wine on your shit, that's just going to shine around all those really pure white suits. You know? So the things that I know, I can't be shaken with. Mark tries to do it all the time. Our boy Ciro, who's probably in the background staying quiet because we haven't upset him enough. But he tries to shake me all the time on that shit. And it's like, hey, listen, what I know, I know.
Well, you know, I think there's a distinction that a lot of people don't understand, right? At least from your point of view, is that you had an experience, which is different from buying into theology, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, listen,
and you've also, I mean, have said to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, just because there could have been fuckery going on with the writing that is in the Bible, the experience that you had with it doesn't, like, those things can be mutually exclusive. You know what I mean?
Well,
There
no,
could have
I
been
mean,
fuckery.
I will say this. I believe the Bible because the Bible was being read to me. You know how you have audio books? I was having an audio book in my head and I didn't know what I was hearing. I didn't know what was being said to me. You know what I'm saying? But then when I picked up the Bible, I realized, oh shit, that's exactly the shit that was being said in my head just yesterday. This is exactly word for word what I was told. So there's things that, you know, you can't, the same way I know that fucking car behind me last week disappeared. It fucking disappeared. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I've been, since that day, I keep driving. I keep looking behind me, looking at the cars, and I'm going, yeah, no, I would have saw that fucking car. I would have saw it. It disappeared. Okay. So there's things I know. I might not be able to explain it, but there's things I know. And I don't have to explain it because I know it. You figure it out, motherfucker.
I mean, dude, I'm with you. I mean, I've had my own experiences, you know.
Bro says, I go to the big book when I'm looking for direction or lost. That's the best place to go.
I believe bro is actually talking about the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous is what he means by that. Not the Bible.
Not the good book.
Yeah, it's the big book. And that's what they call it in AA. It's called the big book.
The big book.
And that book was actually written by Bill Wilson and Dr. Bob and a couple other people from AA, early AA members who were all Christians, right? And Bill Wilson, the guy who started AA, and they never want to talk about this in AA. It's like kind of like a hush-hush thing. But he underwent the belladonna treatment, which belladonna is actually kind of like a more archaic LSD treatment. And this is what they were actually doing with, morning glory seeds. People used to take morning glory seeds. Is very similar psychedelic experience that they used to do at mental institutions for alcoholics that could not recover. So they gave this dude, he tripped, had a spiritual experience, came out, and then wrote the big book with a bunch of other people.
Okay.
So that's the history behind that.
All right. I want to make one thing clear, though. King Handel says, can't disagree with Gary. I was raised in the church and reached similar conclusions. First of all, listen, I'm not trying to convert nobody. This is not a religious podcast. We tend to talk about God a lot because we're not afraid to, how a lot of other people are. They don't want to talk about it. It turns people off. Why? Why does it turn people off? You know, if there is a God, don't you think we should talk about it?
No, people
right?
can't handle. They can't
But I
handle
want to say something.
questions.
I want to
Dude.
say
They
something.
can't handle.
I don't agree with any religion. I don't think any religion is true Christianity. And what I mean by true Christianity is if the word means follower of Christ. And all religion brings separation.
Mm-hmm.
True Christianity is not religion. It's a relationship. It's a personal relationship. It's a person saying, I want to know God, and God coming and meeting that person through the blood of Christ and having a relationship with that person. And getting to know God the way you get to know someone you love. And the change is a natural thing. Like when you first started dating your chick, you didn't want to do all the things you do for her now. In fact, when you first met her, you probably didn't love her. You fell in love with her the more you got to know her. That's why God says, come as you are. If you invite me in, I will take you and show you things, right? So it's a thing of being in the relationship, walking with him, getting to know him, and that changes you, because the more you start to fall in love with a person, the more you want to do the things that pleases that person. You naturally want to do things that please your lady, right? There's certain things that you would do normally alone, but you might know that annoys your lady. And now you're married and whatever, so you obviously love her. You got to the point where you made her a partner in the business, Brian, right? Well, I don't know if she made you a partner or you made her a partner.
Yeah, dude, the one thing that's been, I always like to, after I take a shit, just leave it there for a couple hours.
That was more of a merger. That was more of a merger.
It was an acquisition.
It was more of an acquisition. Yeah.
I got bought out.
Yeah. That's what that was. But either way.
Oh, dude, I want to. So you're talking about like your walk in your relationship, but
But then you start to change.
Hold on.
The more you start to,
it's what you are doing, right, in your relationship with God, but also how you're acting towards His children. And I think that is really, in my opinion, the biggest part of your relationship with God is how are you then treating other people, right?
Yeah,
are you treating them in those values that Jesus taught?
There's a
right?
couple of things that I will say that I know if you turn it into a clip will be very unpopular, and it'll probably be unpopular anyway. But I will say this: we are not all God's children.
Woo!
We are all God's creation.
Okay.
Many are called, but only few answer. Okay. God's children are the ones who receive Jesus and are born again of the Holy Spirit. Those are the ones who are getting in. And that's not what I say. That's what God says. And he says that in the Bible. Okay. That's what Jesus said. That's not what I'm saying. And I only believe it because he's proven himself in my relationship personally to be a God of his word. That's all it is, and the way to figure that out is to do that on your own, because each man's walk is his walk. I don't believe in religion. It's a relationship. You understand what I'm saying? There shouldn't be a whole bunch of different denominations, because when you meet another person who's doing that, you both meet on the same level of God that you know what I'm saying? Like, it's of God. It's the same. We might be doing different walks and struggling with different things, but the God part connects without you having to read it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's a true breathing, living God. It's not a book of paper. In the beginning was the word. The word is a living, breathing thing. It changes, it moves. And when you let God read it to you, instead of you reading it, you get a new understanding. That was always my problem. I tried to read it a bunch of times. How can I read the things that are things of the spirit and understand it? It wasn't until I humbled myself, I admitted I didn't understand shit that was in there, and I let God read it to me. And that's when it brought understanding. You even said it when you started to dabble. There was this thing that was just opening up. You were excited, calling me up, because that's what happens. You just start to, just like going down the rabbit hole. It's just a different hole, Instead of going down the rabbit hole, go up the God hole. That didn't sound right, but you know what I meant. Let's get some comments in. Man. Go. I think go above that. That's the last one, the bro one. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, no, go down then to the next one. Bro says, you're a great kid, G. Your parents must be very proud of you. You have humility, and that's what it's about. Well, my pops is gone, but he was proud of me, and I appreciate that. My mom's not so much. My mom's not so much. I'm still the black sheep. In fact, it's so funny how, like, you know, it's so funny because, like, people think I'm not a religious dude, man. I'm not going to judge nobody. I get high. I do my thing. I'm a fornicator, right? So I'm
You're
not
a
trying to
great
say I'm a
fornicator too.
I've been told. But what I'm saying is that, like, my mom's doesn't, like, listen, anyone can be used by the enemy. Anyone can be used by the enemy. My relationship with my mom's will never be the way I want it to be, but I'm trying to, like, see her as much as I can because she says she's going home this year. And by home, she means heaven. And she's been saying this for the last 5-6 years, that in 2024, the ending of 2023, she will not be around for 2024. She's completely healthy, healthier than most young people I know, but she claims she's going home. I believe that she'll fucking walk if he doesn't take her. She's just gonna start walking like fucking what's his name? Box of chocolates and shit, like Forrest Gump. But either way, the other day we're having a conversation, and my mother has this thing where she doesn't listen. She just waits to hear a trigger word, you know, so that she could preach about it. You know? So I think I had made the comment of, you know, listen, people always worried about whether or not I love them. They should worry about whether or not I like them. And my mother's like, what do you mean? And I said, well, you could love somebody and not like them. I love my ex-wife. I don't like her. You know what I'm saying? But she's the mother of my children. So I love her, but I don't like her. I want great things for her. I want her to find happiness and peace and, you know, a true understanding of a purpose in life and shit. But at the moment, I don't really like her. She's not a likable person to me, you know? And I'm not even trying to put her down, you know? I believe there's greatness in her. But besides that, you could love someone and not like them. You see it in marriage all the time. You see fucking people married for 60 years just putting up with each other. They don't like each other no more. But, you know, they love each other, so they stay together, right? So then my mother, right away, she hears the love and she wants to jump. She wants to jump and start preaching. So she goes, well, Gary, what is love? And I'm sitting there trying to eat the sandwich that she made me. And I'm like, well, Ma, you know, love is God. And she's like, oh. And I'm looking at her like, okay, like, what's that all about? I give you the right answer and you mock me for it. And she doesn't even realize she's doing it, right? And I go, and she goes, what? And I go, you're mad that I got the answer that you wanted. I gave you the answer that you wanted. You're mad that I got that right. I'm not mad that you got that right. I'm not mad that you got that right. I said, you don't look happy, you know? And then she asked me another question, and I forgot what that one was, but she's trying to get, I see where this is going. She's trying to get into a preaching sermon with me, you know? And she asked me another question. I answered it right again. She's like, 2! He got 2. And I'm like, Ma, let me tell you something. Right now, I see the little devil coming out of you. What are you talking about? I said, that's what I see when you do that. I said, when you're sitting there going, oh, what I see is, that's what I see. And she started dying laughing. But it's the truth. Anyone can be used. You're not so holy that, you know, you're better than anybody else. Let's get back to some of these comments. For a crackhead, this guy's been doing work.
Not sure if that's in reference to me or you.
If I may ask, who read the Bible was it your own private journey? Yeah, it was. It was. I mean, I did find a church with a pastor who was preaching straight up truth. And I started going there too. But yeah, my own reading it every day, asking, what does this mean? You know, highlighting shit and studying it. Yeah. Know the Bible, the real book. That sounds good, Brian. You could sell ice to an Eskimo. The love is real. You two keep on giving. Love you, Themo. I do also go to that blue book too.
Oh yeah.
Ever read about Jesus turning over the tax table? Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. He was a renegade, man. He wasn't soft. He was a renegade. I'm actually gonna watch the snuff film of the one that Mel Gibson did again. I want to see that one again. I saw it once when it first came out. I watched it by myself in the theater. I remember it being very brutal. But I've been wanting to watch that again. Timur says, Brian, you'll get a kick out of this. IRS is a voluntary tax.
What?
Yeah, I think that's true.
It's classified as a donation on their website. I've looked up some tax code stuff in the past. If you could send me what it is you're talking about, I would love to look at it.
Now, listen, I know you're both onto something with this tax shit, but stay away from it, man. All right? Stay the fuck away from it, man. All right? Because they get you. I know this one dude, he wrote a book like this thick. I can't even put it into pictures. I'm just going to make it smaller so it fits in the screen, but it's actually bigger than that. Some big-ass book he wrote about how to get over on the tax shit and that it's a donation and all that shit. How we're not really legally buying. Don't do it. Don't fall for the okie doke, man. You got to be, they're going to get you.
Mm-hmm.
You got to pay your taxes.
Mm-hmm. I always do. All of them.
Every single dime. Okay? Every dime, man. You got to pay it. Do you have the password to the code? Check the Constitution. No, dude, I know you're right. It's like the episode.
Well, dude, it's like when you're in the car with your boy and they're like, oh, the cops can't pull us over. We can't get pulled over. We're not doing anything wrong. As soon as they turn the lights on and you don't stop, you're now evading the police.
Exactly.
Listen, so yes, they can pull you over.
It's like when Kramer tried to stop the mail from coming. And he said, listen. And he goes, you're right. All right, Kramer, you're right. The mail's unnecessary. All right? But you can't say that. All right? I'm trying to protect you guys, man. Right now, we're safe because it's just us. But those views are coming in.
The only way the IRS gets people is they file. This gives them authority. So you're saying I should just never file my taxes again?
Oh, so wait.
I mean, you're never going to be able to get a loan or anything like that.
Once you did it, you're done.
Because then they're going to be looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
I move a lot, so I'm not worried about it. But this is actually something that is kind of related to this. House Republicans aim to pay for Israel aid with cuts to IRS funds. So do you remember a couple of months ago when Biden announced all that money that was going to go to IRS and they were going to like arm them and like all this other shit? You remember that?
Yeah.
So the GOP, the House Republicans, said, we're actually taking that specific money that Biden allotted for the IRS. We're not coming up with new money. We're taking that money and giving it to Israel instead of the IRS. And that's what they're trying to push through. And honestly, I would rather see that happen.
Listen, man, I'm not going to lie. I keep my eye on Israel, man. You know, the chosen people. Passion of the Christ. Yeah, I think I'm going to check that out. I think that's on some sort of thing. I've been wanting to check that out again. I don't know why, but I've just been having that thing to check it out.
You need a good anti-Semitic tearjerker. Is that what you need, dude?
I don't know why it's anti-Semitic. Why do people say that? You know,
because of what's his name? The dude who directed it.
Because of
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson. Yeah.
Mel Gibson.
People go, the Jews killed Jesus. No, I think it was the Romans.
It was the Romans killed Jesus. Yeah. Pontius Pilate.
I mean, the Jews didn't help. At least some of them didn't help. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, you know, neither here nor there. Well, what was I just saying, man? I fucking forgot.
It was the Italians, dude. The fucking Italians. The Italians killed them.
Fucking Italians. You Italians.
Yeah.
Ask Wesley Snipes about that. Exactly. Exactly, man.
Ho!
Eric Dubé. Who's Eric Dubé? Yeah, that's when people say that to me, that's a ridiculous comment. There's not, even in the religions, there's really not many religions that don't agree that Jesus existed. They just don't agree that he was who he said he was. You know, some say a prophet, some say the Son of God, some say God. You know, they don't agree that he was that he was the Savior and he was the Son of God and he was God. He said, if you see me, you've seen the Father. Me and the Father are the same. So, You know, that's that godly shit, the triune God thing, which is, you know, hard to understand and even harder to explain. But listen, man, that's where faith comes in. I don't have to have all the answers. It just has to make sense. And when you read it on your own, it don't make sense. I'll be the first one to say it because it never used to make sense to me. But when you let God read it to you, if it don't make sense, it don't make sense. But if you let God read it to you, it all starts to make sense. And once it starts to make sense, you can't put it down. You know, that's why he says, come to me as a child. If you say you know, I will not show you. So the first thing you say is, I don't know. You know, and that's the thing. That's what most people don't like to admit. Because even me, I don't know. Most people don't like to admit that. I don't know. Yeah. That's how I met God. Because I said, I don't know who you are. You know, if you exist, I want to know if you exist. I think that's very important to know. And I don't know. And he came and showed me that he actually does exist. He's a breathing, living God who is very much involved in my life. But I have the free will to do what I want. So I let him down quite often. It's just the truth. I mean, I'm not trying to be light of it, but it's the truth. I let him down a lot. I let him down a bunch yesterday, man. You know. And I haven't even left my house, and I'm pretty sure I let him down at least once or twice today. Just on this podcast.
Let me down multiple times.
Yeah, man. Bro says it's a good idea, makes sense tax-wise. Great thing about God is he never talks back. See, he does. I would 100% disagree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And when people say, how come I never heard him? I say, well, actually, I don't say this. My mom's once said to me, when people say, I don't hear from God, she goes, well, do you talk to him? Really talk to him? Because she goes, people who talk to him a lot hear from him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true. And he talks to you sometimes in words, which is, you know it when you hear it because it's in your head. It's not you thinking. It's different than when you're thinking. It's not some outward crazy thing like, you know,
a beam of light.
I'm sure if he wanted to do that, he could. He could do whatever he wants. But I'm just saying, in my experience, there was things that were I'm hearing in my head, which I guess the best way you could say is thoughts, but they're not my thoughts. I'm very aware they're not my thoughts because it's saying things I've never thought, never said, wouldn't speak that way.
And honestly, usually
I don't put myself in a light that makes me doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a convicting kind of thing.
Right.
Not always either. Sometimes it's a comforting voice that I hear. But yeah, and he speaks to you through other people, and he speaks to you. You know, yeah, he definitely does talk back, and I mean literally one-on-one.
That's what the G stands for. Rated G.
And if you want to know, don't take my word for it. Seek and you shall find.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a broken spirit and a contrite heart, I will not despise. So, you know, look, if you want to call me out, the best way to do it is like this. I never say like with the car that disappeared and like with the blunt that disappeared. When that blunt fell out of my ear when I was in the bathroom, right? When it fell out of my ear and I felt it hit my shoulder because I didn't have no shirt on and literally rolled down my back. And
it bruised. Did it bruise your shoulder too?
No, but
I'm sure there was a little bit of a black
and I turned around and it was gone. I turned around, it was gone. It was gone. To this day, I never found the blunt. But I could tell you this. I looked everywhere. I opened up the medicine cabinet, knowing full well, why would it be in the medicine cabinet?
Right.
But I did that so that I could say I looked everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So until you could officially say that you searched for God, that you went beyond your intellect,
mm-hmm.
and beyond what people have told you, and that you yourself can say, I looked everywhere for God, and I could say he doesn't exist, and you could bring those receipts, then okay. Then we can sit down and have a conversation. It's like people who try to have a debate, like that one dude who told me read your whole Bible. I can guarantee you he did not read his. I can guarantee you that.
Mm-hmm.
Because for someone to say that Catholics are the true Christians, I would say, where do you see that? At all in the Bible.
And it's also, might I add, called Roman Catholicism of the Roman Empire.
And I also might add
the Roman
that with all the fucking diddling that goes on there,
in the
all
Roman
the
Empire.
Diddling, and it wasn't condemned. They were moved around.
Still, it isn't. It still isn't condemned.
Okay,
I just saw something in Spain, dude. 200,000 kids
What do you think?
200,000.
Yeah. And what do you think Jesus thinks of that? The one who said it is better to tie a milestone around your neck and toss it into the ocean than to harm one of his children. Okay? Get out of here with that shit, man.
Were they just not manufacturing milestones anymore?
All religions. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a milestone, right? Is that what they call it? I think that's the word. Some sort of stone. Whatever. You get it. A stone.
Yeah.
I might have fucked up because I smoke. But I was very close on that scripture.
Huh.
It's better to tie a stone around your neck and toss it into a river or the ocean or some shit. Find it. All you gotta do is put it in the way I said it, and it'll give you the right way.
River, ocean, stone.
No. Put in, what did Jesus say about harming children? There you go. There's the question right there. What did Jesus say about harming children?
No, I think this is it. Matthew.
What's it say? Read the scripture.
If anyone causes one of these little ones, those who believe in me, to stumble, it would be better for them to have a large millstone hung around their neck and to be drowned in the depths of the sea.
There you go. What do you think he feels about all those priests who got shuffled around, and all the people who shuffled them around? Give me a fucking break. All right. And give me, and my mouth, out of my mouth comes curses. So that's the same mouth I worship my God with. So like I said, I'm bad at this. Don't think I'm trying to. No claps of thunder or lightning strikes, but it's him. So it's up to listen or suffer. Yeah, man, listen. And the truth is, he is really a God of love. People go, why would God? No, man, stop blaming God for man's fucking depravity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why would God let that child get murdered? God didn't let that happen, man. That's free will. That child is now with God. You're thinking on a level of earthly matter things, man. And our enemies are not flesh and blood, man. That's the thing. We're out here, the enemy got us fighting against each other. Maybe we can do churches full of skulls next episode. There's a bunch of them. Catholic churches are fucking scary. I remember when I was an altar boy, I go inside, they have all these fucking statues holding heads and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I mean, dude, even look at all these Tartarian
exactly.
churches,
They're unique decorators, to say the least. I would go in there for the 7 o'clock mass. Man, I'd be terrified to walk in there sometimes, man. All those statues looking at you, knives with blood on it, all kinds of shit. And then they got Jesus still on the cross. You know what I'm saying? Looking at you. That shit was terrifying. And I went to St. Rita's, man. They had a really good fucking sculptor. Their statues looked fucking real. What are you looking at?
Well, I just, I went to some news article and I got distracted.
Yeah, that's normally what you do. But anyway, man.
What
are you gonna say?
We're on the brink of a holy war, dog. We're in the middle of a holy war right now. I hope that there's dude, it's literally happening. The Jews are fighting Muslims. That's the war that's going on in the Middle East. Yemen and the Houthis, which are the Yemeni, they just declared war on Israel. It's about to be full fucking fledged World War III, dog.
And it's funny is yesterday when I was at the Grizzly Pear, people at the bar start talking, and one person's like, "Why hasn't America gone in there yet?" And that person's allowed to vote. What do you mean? Why hasn't America?
I mean, we are, dude. We never left. What the fuck do you mean?
But we don't want to go in declaring we don't want to get mixed up in that shit, man. Hard,
dude. Yes, we do.
No,
we don't, dude. The government is dying to get involved into another crisis in the Middle East, bro. Are you kidding? I wouldn't even put it past the federal government to have been the ones who funded the Hamas invasion of Israel, right? To just give us some sort of pretext to get billions of dollars through Halliburton, through Lockheed Martin, through all these other missile and other manufacturer companies, dude, because we pulled out 2 years ago with Biden in a historically horrible way to pull out. Not that us just leaving all the tanks and missiles. It's the second time we've done that in Afghanistan, dude. It's the second. We use them to fight the Russians, and then they're using the same weapons to blow us up. Then we leave again with a bunch of tanks, And now we're about to go right back in, and they're going to use all the weapons we left for them again on us.
You're so
But you know what I ask all those people out there who think men and women are the same? I want you to go out and sign up your daughter and your trans kid for the Selective Service, ss.gov. I'm signed up.
Oh, man, you are.
Yeah, bro, 18. My dad made me.
Oh, yeah.
Took me when I was 18th birthday. Took me to the post office, signed up to vote, and registered. Well, you don't have to. I mean, legally, yes, you have to, but you know, no one.
I did it.
No one forces you.
I registered to vote, man.
Yeah, and Selective
I
Service.
think if we're gonna go to war this time, there should be a draft. There should be, man, because I know I'm not going. I'm too old. All that's gonna be left behind is like Generation Xers.
Here you go, friends.
And above. So then things will kind of go back to normal. That's actually, you know what? That's what we need. You're right.
Dude, you want to have a bunch of
fucking
soy boy
draft. We need a draft. Take them all out of here. Get them out of here. Send them, man them up. They'll come back singing a different tune. If they come back, if we don't completely, blow ourselves up. But if they make it back, they won't be the same little dandelions they were when they left. Toughen them up a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if they complain about having to go to 9 to 5s after they spend some time
Dude,
out
this
there.
is scary, dog. Oh, man. Selective Service System. It's your country. Take 1 minute to protect it. While there's currently no draft, registration with the Selective Service System is the most publicly visible program during peacetime that ensures operational readiness in a fair and equitable manner. If authorized by the President and Congress, our agency would rapidly provide personnel to the DoD while at the same time providing an alternative service program for conscientious objectors, which basically means you'll be cleaning latrines.
And underwear with a lot of shit on it, because they will all be shitting on themselves when they're out there. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a lot of shitty underwear being cleaned, and that's what they'll be doing with a toothbrush.
This law currently requires that only men register with the Selective Service. In the event that the law is changed to include registering women, Selective Service is prepared to expand registration.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
And if you're an immigrant, documented or not, and are between the ages of 18 and 25, you are required to register. So all you illegal immigrants out there, we need you to register for this program.
Yeah, that's what we send, man. We send but you know what's going to happen? Like a bunch of dudes are just going to say they identify as women.
Right.
There's going to be a whole lot of lesbian women with dicks out there during war. They're going to say they identify as women so they don't have to go. Pretty insane.
Yeah.
But I say send them all. And then guess what? This area, our neighborhoods become kind of back to the way they were because it'll be all the old school people left. Things become kind of good again. I don't know if you make the cutoff, Brian. I don't know if you'd still be around. How does the priest make holy water? He boils the hell out of it. I'm mad that I read that out loud.
I was hoping you were going to.
I'm mad because it sounded like I made that joke. You know what I'm saying?
That's a Bridgestone joke is really what that is.
I want to give a Rated G shout out. Happy birthday to Matt Bridgestone and Jack Pickett. Now that you mentioned them, man, it was like 2 days ago. So big up to my brothers, my brother and my cousin on another year made, man. So big up to you guys, man. Listen, I got to get some food in my system. It's always a pleasure. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. I think today, if we make it through today's show, then I think it's safe to say that they're really not listening. And that means we're giving ourselves up by the shit that we put in our descriptions. You understand what I'm saying? Like, in other words, they're not really listening because if this stays up, if you don't put up the description that the N-bomb gets dropped by Howard Stern 1 million times, who knows? Who knows?
Am I allowed to type it?
Are they listening?
Are you just not allowed to say it, but you can type it?
All
Is
I
that
know
the
is we
same?
did not say it, nor do we condone the use of that word outside of a neighborhood of friends that allow you to get away with it. And I don't mean white friends. You know. Anyway, man, I want to thank you guys for hanging out. It's always a blast. Great way to start my day. See you next year. Yeah, bro. See you next year, man. Hopefully sooner than that. Hopefully we don't get pulled off. I mean, I think we could all agree that this one, can we say this one was probably the worst? That if we were ever to get taken down, this is the one we should have got taken down for?
No, dude. I think the Pizzagate, Pizzagate Part
We
1
should
and
have
2.
never gotten taken. First of all, you should have never said that word. And secondly, that should have never gotten taken down.
Well,
The other one
was the episode. I'm not surprised that one got taken down.
But like, I still think we've done ones that should have, like, when I don't want to repeat what I said, but there's a couple that I felt like we were gonna get pulled immediately, and we made it. We pushed the envelope. And here's the thing, people, we don't set out to push the envelope. This is just naturally how retarded we are. It's like when I get off stage and people say to me, well, I get
Like
it.
right there. Like right there. He doesn't mean to be offensive. He's
I
just
was offensive.
He's just
I was
actually
talking
retarded.
about us.
Yeah.
I can't even call myself retarded.
Well, you know.
How soft is this world? Listen, all I'm saying is this. Sometimes I get off stage and they're like, I get it. You know, you got to push the envelope. You got to be edgy. I'm not in any way, shape, or form trying to do that. I'm not consciously.
It's just how I think.
Yes.
And that is the question. Am I dumb or am I smart? Because I'm not sure which one it is.
I think it's a little of both sometimes. But I'm just saying, I'm not, believe me when I say we didn't get into this to try to, you know, push envelopes, although I'm glad we did. But that's not the intention, man. You know, I guess if being honest is pushing the envelope, then yes. And believe me, nothing that's said here on Rated G is said with hate or malice or intent to cause harm to anybody.
I don't know, dude. The stuff that
I say
about-
some things in
no, no,
hate.
no.
Yeah, no, I do. We can fuck you shout out.
Anything that I say about a minority is in hate. It's in pure
No,
racial
now what
hate.
you say about the Orientals? Ding, 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 trying to get that word back. Now I'm gonna get in trouble for it. Now I'm gonna get in trouble for it, man. Meanwhile, that's your word. You want to bring it back? You gotta start saying it more.
I want to encourage everyone after the episode to go watch the opening package to Hong Kong Phooey, the cartoon, the 60s cartoon.
Hong Kong Phooey, the
number one super guy. Hong Kong Phooey,
Yeah,
faster than a human eye.
Yeah, that was great, man.
Dude,
Good times, man.
Watch that shit.
Good times. And hopefully more good times to come. Hopefully we'll see you on Thursday if we're still allowed. If not, if you don't see us on YouTube, look for us on Rumble. All right? You can run for office, Gary. You bullshit well. Nah, man.
Could you imagine?
In a day and time where literally anyone can become president, who the hell would want to? You can't get away with shit no more. I would do it. I would run if I knew that I could get away with the shit that I do when I'm president. You know, short of murder. Murder, you gotta, you know. But I'm just saying. Like,
I want to run for office just
You
to
should be my
have the
running mate.
opposing party cut clips for us. That's it. Just to have somebody go through the archives to make propaganda about us. That's why I want to run.
We should run. I think we would definitely have the hottest looking ticket. And if they don't think we're fucking hot, we'll just show them pictures of how you used to look. And they'll be like, oh my God, he's gorgeous.
Right. We can actually use that. We can use that. He was a victim of the state and then went through state funded treatments and got better. What a blessing.
It's a blessing to see your eyes alive again and moving.
Amy B. Bobby. Oh.
Check out Amy B. Bobby. We love her. And if anyone knows her, tell her we want her on the show. This has been another episode of Rated G with Gary G. Garcia and Brian T. Licata. Check out Brian Licata at Brian T. Licata on Instagram. Find me at Gary G. Garcia and check us out. If you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notifications. Bro, I love you, my brother. See you in a few days, man. Have a good one, man.
Peace.